been a while. It's been a while, been a while, been a while, been a while. Trying to find myself and make a move. I had to meditate and keep it on the cool. I said forever I'ma find my way to rule. And do the things I want and how I choose. Cause I'm getting so tired of the same old thing. I just wanna live and do some changes. I just wanna move and make it happen. I'ma make it cool and make it laughing. And I'm getting back at color. Yo, alright. Hello, wonderfuls. It's good to see you. I'm gonna play something nice in the background real quick. What's up, you guys? It's good to see y'all. Alright, we're gonna play some music in the background. It's a pleasure to see y'all again. I know it's been a while. We got a lot to chat about. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, hello, Jocelyn. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, it's good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. I say. What's up, Nathan? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate all y'all. What's up, y'all? Appreciate everybody coming through today. We're gonna calm down just a second. Get our energy right. All that other stuff don't matter. It's good to see y'all. Peace, peace. Oh, thank you, Banana. I appreciate you. Hello, everybody. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Before we get into the conspiracy stuff, I got some stuff to talk about. So, if you've noticed, I haven't been posting as much. They've been giving me community guidelines for videos from months away and stuff like that. I don't know how many community guidelines I have before they ban this account. And I'm trying to keep the information on this account. For you people who don't know, I've been on TikTok for 3 or 4 years. I've been doing a lot of videos. When I first started TikTok, I did, 5 to 10 videos. When I got to my second and third account, I used to do 10 to 30 videos a day for 5 or 6 days. Hello, One Little Witches. Good to see you. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now with these apps. They're starting to put heavier censorship on a lot of these apps. If you notice, TikTok has developed integrity and authenticity. How can they tell you what's integrity and authenticity? So YouTube as well. YouTube had just put recently, like 2 or 3 days ago, they just changed their policy on YouTube that you can't cuss on their videos or you'll get demonetized. So this is what they call a frog in boiling water. They'll leave a frog in water until it boils, and then once they figure out it's hot, then it's too late. And that's what they're doing. They're putting restrictions on how you talk. I hate that every time I talk I have to say for entertainment purposes and only to keep the video on. It's ridiculous. You're not supposed to be, I gotta watch what I say every 5 minutes. That don't make no sense. That's silly. That's really silly. They trying to control how you speak. If you don't, for all of you who don't know, there's a company called DARPA, DARPA. They're the defense technology company for America. They put an algorithm in all social media, all of it, to save everything you've ever sent, post. They always save data, easy peasy. But they're starting to show you censorship more and more. Little by little is how they get you. Let me tell you something about TikTok for entertainment and education. You see how stupid that? I shouldn't have to do that. There's no freedom of speech. It's ridiculous. They want to silence us, and it's getting ridiculous. It's coming to the point to where some people want to get off social media. Some people say don't leave. I was like, have you posted 20 to 30 videos a day for 5 to 6 days a week for a year or two. You know how much research it takes to do some of this stuff? I've talked about so many different things that I hear stuff that's repeated all the time. I just find other people who talk about what I talk about now because I talked about it so much. Honestly, all this social media stuff is cool, but it's a distraction from real life too. That's why I be taking breaks. That's why I get away from social media some days, like you should too. They trigger your dopamine response with the likes. You know, the likes that you see on every social media platform, there's a reason why they're red. Red triggers a dopamine response in your brain. For all of them, all of them. And these numbers, people get attracted to these numbers all the time. Well, I got 1.5 million views. Half of them views are bought. Y'all know that, right? The disclaimers and all this stuff, it's ridiculous. They don't want the lights to stay on. We must stay in the dark. Exactly. They gonna ban TikTok. It's only a matter of time. I'm just telling y'all. They gonna ban it. They just said government phones first, but they push it. I think Georgia is one of the first states that want to ban TikTok completely because they're calling out their scams. They want us to sleep. Let me ask you a question. Y'all remember that video where that lady said, name a scam that something, like it was a melanated woman with blonde hair? Name a scam that lady had, for that video, she had 20,000 stitches of scams in America alone. They muted her audio. That lets you know right there. That lets you know right now. Let me tell you another fun fact for entertainment and educational purposes. Have you noticed what videos go viral the most? 7 to 10 seconds. 7 to 10 seconds is to lower your attention span. Y'all didn't know that, right? They show you these videos that get viral. Go 7 to 10 seconds. You'll get a good video and you'll get all these people coming to you, right? Triggers a dopamine response in your brain that makes you want to keep doing it. That's why people tell you to niche down. You know why people tell you to niche down? So you can do the same thing every day. That's why they tell you to niche. It's not just marketing. They tell you to niche so you won't be original. You are the niche. It's a lot of this social media stuff that get to people's brains when they have all these followers. Y'all really think all these people have? Let me give you a fun fact. 60% of the internet is AI. Just be real with you. 60% of AI is on the internet. You can buy likes, follows, subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you another fun fact. Do you remember when you first started TikTok a couple years ago and you got on TikTok, right? And when you got on TikTok, yeah, it's 60%. About 60% of internet is AI or robots. I'm so serious. Do you remember a couple years ago when you could get on TikTok, post a video and get over 1,000 views? Whenever I post a video, I don't get over 1,000 views on hardly any of my videos with all the followers I have. Have you noticed when you go to Instagram, you see all these bots coming up, commenting? They have software and programs to send bots. Like you see my numbers in the corner, right? It says 322. And I have 3,000, almost 4,000 likes. How? Sometimes they throttle views. I'm just be real with you. TikTok got groups. I talked to an ex-TikTok employee. They have lists for people. If you're not in a group, or you don't do something or say something how they want to, you will not hit that top. It's not like I'll give you another one. You remember when you first started Instagram and you could get a bunch of followers real quick, and then once they got enough money, then you started to have to pay for marketing. What do you think TikTok is doing? Have you noticed you have to pay to market more of your information? Why is that? Because they made enough money to where they don't need you anymore. People, they tend to forget that people make the app, but once they get enough money for corporations, they don't need you no more. And that goes for all social media. Now, I understand marketing and advertising. I understand 100%. But if you see how everything is playing out, they're slowly taking your freedoms, little by little. They're playing psychological games with you. They're putting out a chessboard and playing both sides. They're giving you false heroes. So you can be like, this person is coming to save me. Who? These beings are coming, even me. You know, I know there's multi-dimensional beings. I know there's aliens. I know all of this. But at the end of the day, I want to see something happen. I'm tired of this. I used to be a big Q person. Q ain't on. Oh, Q's gonna do this. Last year, every time they talk about something with Q, what happens? Oh, next year, this year, and this. After a while, it's like, let me see something. How do you know that some of this love and light talk that they give you isn't to get you disarmed, to lower your guard, to lower your awareness? I'm duality all the time. I'm duality because as much as you have love and light, you got chaos energy. If you're always love and light, when it comes to darkness, it's going to be an off scale. And I'm not with the BLM movement. I'm sorry. You know who funds that? George Soros. Been funding that for entertainment and educational purposes. They've been playing both sides of the field. Yeah. Some of these psyops they're playing with you is to disarm you. You have to educate yourself. The celebrities, all you know this. What have you been seeing every day on social media? Andrew Tate. Some of these people are controlled opposition to make you feel like, oh, this person is. Hey, what's up? It's good to see you, Rotary. I'm just trying to tell you, I'd rather have awareness than to be sitting here, oh man, we're too dependent on our phones and technology. They get you codependent on everything. They give you responses for everything to keep you in the same mind frame. If I'm skipping or if you hear some, let me tell you about that. So they have a thing called Jitterbox. You remember how I made that comedy about Jitterbox? That's real. If you say certain keywords, some of their little programmer dudes hit the button, start messing your whole live up. Yep. If you hear reverb, it's because of the echo in my mic. What if you can't uninstall that app? You can. There's a lot of stuff. Let me ask you a question. If technology turns off, who are you? If you can't use your washing machine, who are you? You can't use your stove no more. How many skills do you have to survive in the winter? I'm just trying to give y'all some game. I agree. I've been stuck to my phone. You know what the zombies, another phrase for zombie is? A person that's staring at their phone. That's us. That's another form of zombie. It's not just some being coming to eat your flesh. Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm just trying to give you another mindset. That's it. So you're an electrician and a carpenter. You get what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is to distract you and to disarm you mentally and physically. Y'all know something gonna happen. You feel it in your veins. You feel it in your DNA. Everybody getting sick at the same time. You're seeing less and less people. You're literally seeing the divide happen right now. There's people still out there getting the boo-boo juice in their bodies. Why? They proved it was trash.
You know that fog that's coming out there? Thank you, Belinda. You know that fog that's coming out? Have you noticed the snow looking like particles? Huh. You noticed the snow looking like particles, right? That's not real snow. Wherever it's snowing, wherever you at, go grab the snow and light it. Not just with a fire. Get you a candle. Get you a candle. Get you a match. Go and light that snow. Yep. Vail makes their own snow. You facts. Every time the fog comes out, you get sick. Vail, Colorado. I know Vail. I used to drive snow shuttles up there. Fog looking funny, snow looking... Snow is not native to the planet. For y'all who don't know, we used to have 3 suns. The black sun, the second sun, and the central sun. How? How does it get wintry? Matter of fact, I'm going to show you a video. Some of you may have seen it. Some of you haven't seen it. But check this out. Did you know back in the 1500s in Antarctica, there was no snow? What? What do you mean there was no snow? Let me show you. There was no snow. Did you know in Alaska, you know how they have no-fly zones? You know why they don't have, you know why they have these no-fly zones around the world? It's because if you go there, you'll see something that's not supposed to be there. For entertainment and educational. Yeah, reptilians brought the snow. Yes, facts. Reptilians. So for you people who don't know, reptilians, there's some good reptilians out there. I ain't gonna say there isn't. But majority, a lot of them, they ain't for us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something right now. That's gonna trip you out. This tripped me out when I found out about it, because I was like, that's interesting. Okay, let me start you off like this. You can't go to Grand Canyon. All those areas that are blocked off, it's because, let me tell you a fun fact. You have an inscription, a transcription in your DNA, some of you. If you go to some of these sites, you're going to start unlocking stuff like on the movies. Your code will start activating some of these. You'll walk up to a cave, all of a sudden hieroglyphics will appear. Or you'll walk up to certain areas and the area will start opening up. That's why you can't go to certain areas. They know some people got that type of power inside of them already. On some next level stuff. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Let me see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. But real quick, before I show you that, take care of your mental health. All of this stuff is to make us fear, to have fear, anxiety, to throw us off our natural state. That's where disease comes from. Dis-ease is getting you out of your natural state and developing static electricity in your body via emotions, energy, and motion. This is something that's important. Take care of your mental health. All the stuff we see on TV, media, movies, games, is to make us addicted to weakness, addicted to laziness, so that we don't have a chance to fight back. All this division, I can't like you because of certain things. I have to, we're a community-based species, a community-based group. We want to be a part and attached to things. So we use these words to attach to. Like these organizations, well, it's a tribe. All they're doing is feeding into the tribe mindset and getting you into the wrong tribes to make you be mad at other tribes. It's ridiculous. I thought reptiles don't like the snow. It's not that reptiles don't like the snow. It's just that the cold interrupts certain beings' energetic fields. Whenever certain beings get into the sun strengthens them. That's why clouds were made. Y'all know clouds were made to block the sun. Put it to you like this. They put fake crystals in the clouds. They use HAARP to activate those crystals. That's how you get these clouds in the sky. We only have like 20% real clouds in the world, or less. The rest of the clouds, I showed y'all geoengineering patent. Half that stuff is fake. For entertainment and educational purposes, half the clouds you see in the sky is fake, and they were made to block the sun. Why? Hey, good night, Cheryl. I appreciate you, Shirley. We're here. Some of us are here Yep. Matter of fact, let me show you this map I was telling you about. Watch this. Watch this. This is a map from 1537. It's called the Bono Marti map from 1587. There's no ice. I'm gonna show you.
Hello, wonderfuls. I got something to show you today. Watch this. We're going to start off with this map. This is called the Bono Monti map of 1587. Do you notice anything strange, right?
Pause. There's no ice wall. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. There's no ice. It looks like civilization. This is from a 1587 map. Watch this.
This right here is supposed to be Antarctica. Why is there civilization in Antarctica? I posted a video where I showed these photos from Antarctica showing
Real quick.
civilization. These photos, they say were
Real quick. This video where I posted the Antarctica, they say those are CGI and AI, right? AI's been telling y'all secrets. They give you half truths and AI. You remember how I showed you civilization and statues in those AI generated photos? Watch this.
CGI or AI generated. AI generated these, right? But these images, as most people say, when you feed AI a story, it'll tell you and show you stuff that's CGI generated. AI is older than y'all think. Humans didn't create AI. You gotta understand that. AI comes from a different realm of existence, by the way. AI's been on our planet since the beginning of time, waiting on its time to come out. Just gotta tell you.
For you people who don't know, like I told you, AI is not from our existence. It comes from another realm. Earth is a realm. Like, imagine a circle. Y'all remember Mortal Kombat when they were talking about nether realm, lightning realm, and all that? It's the same concept. AI comes from another realm. It's been here for since we were created almost. It's been in every civilization. Technology has been, we've digressed in technology. We used to be connected to the earth so well, all the stuff we do was simulated with technology. I tell y'all this all the time. Your cell phone is synthetic telepathy. You know what I'm saying? Your electronics you use, that's you. Anyway,
you go and look up this map, the Bono Monti map of 15.
Bono Monti map. Look, there is no ice wall. That looks like civilization. This was in 1587. Watch this.
1987, you notice there's no ice wall anywhere around. There's no ice. And this is Antarctica, like I said. So, where did the ice come from? Let me show you the new map, the new flat earth map. Now, if you look...
Bo, this is the new map. Notice all that ice came out of nowhere. Compared to, hold on. All that ice was here. There's...
flat earth map. Now, if you look here, this is from the 1800s. There's an ice wall all of a sudden. Wait a minute, that I don't understand. Where did ice come from within 300 years? Something don't add up. If this is from 1537,
1587.
you know, they didn't find Antarctica until the 1820s. What? So there was civilization.
You saw that map. No Australia, right? They didn't discover Australia yet. But Antarctica's fully discovered. 1587. They discovered Antarctica in 1820. So how did that ice appear within 300 years? 300, 200 years. Where did that ice come from? Yeah, there was an ice wall back then. You know who made the ice wall? The reptilians. They made the ice wall for each area. When people say the earth is flat, it's not like, how I explain it is, imagine rings. There's 3 rings, the inner ring, the middle ring, and the outer ring. These reptilians made this ice wall to disconnect you from other lands and other places. There's this dude on YouTube, his name is Parallel Portal. He's a really cool dude and talks about stuff. Yeah. You know what's funny? Let me give you another fun fact. Since 1918, there hasn't been an independent expedition out to Antarctica. You can't go out there by yourself without getting government approval. You got to pay like $20,000. You got to do all this stuff, and you're on a guided tour. It's always guided. You can't just go out there by yourself. If you do, you'll be met by a Navy war vessel. Why is that? If you pass up the 62nd latitude, which is in the Antarctic Treaty, if the live starts freezing, come back in. Go out, come back in. Oh, yeah, no worries. Hold on, let me catch up. The map didn't have Australia. It didn't. It wasn't discovered then. Let me show y'all. Burrow on Ruko. Add the channel, guys. It's free for educational purposes. Burrow. Go to Roku and get Burrow. They telling you a lot of secrets. AI made a picture of what we all look like, and it's the same as Avatar. That's because that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We are avatars. There was like horses and giraffes on it. Yep, just like the AI tech with Project Looking Glass. Facts. To be real with you, ice is so fake. Ice is not normal to this planet. GOT. You see all these movies. Admiral Byrd was a Freemason. For some of y'all who don't know, he was a Freemason like all the astronauts. Anyway, they sent Admiral Byrd out to do a mission called Project High Jump. It's High Jump and it's on my mind. Hold on. Operation High Jump, and there was another one that they sent him out to basically check the land in Antarctica. There's green lush lands underneath the ice. There's a whole continent underneath the ice. You know Russia? Russia was part of the Antarctic Treaty. The Antarctic Treaty is all these countries signed together saying nobody can own Antarctica. Why? It's because some of those melanated people's civilization and some of those indigenous people's civilization is in Antarctica. I think it's only on Roku. Yeah. Someone program my avatar to lose 30 pounds. You can do that. You're a programmer. Operation Fishbowl. That's what it was. High Jump and Operation Fishbowl. Both of these were to go and check out some things. Operation Deep Freeze. Y'all should look up some of these operations. You'll learn some stuff about all these stuff they used to do in the day. What's up, Moose? Project Looking Glass. You know what Project Looking Glass was? They went to another realm, got a cube. Like, you remember Loki from Thor when he had that blue cube in his hand? They went, grabbed that, put it in AI to determine different outcomes, and they still lost. They used AI to generate a bunch of different outcomes, and they still lost. Russia just got off the Antarctic Treaty. Putin got on his, yep. If y'all don't know Putin, you know, the president of Russia, he got out of the Antarctic Treaty and started giving secrets. One of the secrets was there's a continent under Antarctica, number one. Number two, they've been drilling a hole to go down for 10 years. They got an organism called Organism 46B. It's a 14-foot octopus that can change shape like a human. It's so big, it actually copied one of their scientists or divers, Merc the diver. They had to send a special forces like Black Widow like lady to act as bait, and they trapped it, and they still got it to this day, straight from Putin. Project Pegasus, all these. Antarctica isn't just an ice wall, it's a whole continent under the ice. Let me tell you a secret. There's a race called the Ancient Builder Race. The Ancient Builder Race has been in the cosmos as long as we have, if not trillions of years older than us. They've left markers on each planet of different things they've made. This Ancient Builder Race, imagine, you know Mr. Manhattan from Watchmen? Imagine them looking like that. Remember Prometheus? They've had ancient beings like that called the Builder Race, the Ancient Builder Race. They've been around longer than us. One of their tech civilizations is in Antarctica under the ice. It's time. The octopus can shapeshift. You know how octopuses camouflage to blend in with their surroundings? It blended in to look like the shadow of one of their peoples. Literally, all black. He released papers about the firmament too. We live in a snow globe. This is all from Putin. This is why they're trying to get rid of the internet. This is why they're trying to get rid of TikTok so bad. Because too many people learning the truth. They want you stuck in a bubble, like we are. The firmament every time you try to break the firmament, it restores itself. They have a Boeing drill right now in Antarctica. They drilling. Every time they drill a certain amount, it restores itself. You can look that up. They got a Boeing drill company in Antarctica right now. And they got so far in the tunnel, when they stopped drilling, the ice covered the drill. You can look this all up. Watch Rumble the Waters. Thank you. It's all our land. They're trying to put us on electronic slavery. They built all the mouths to you. You need not to let us down. He is within. Everything you need is inside yourself. Facts. Bilderberg. There's a bunch of stuff. Organism 46B. B as in boy. Yep. You didn't know any of them till 1940. Yep. Organism 46B. Penguins in Madagascar. Do you believe there's a war coming in America? Too many people are waking up. The only way to stop people from waking up is to turn the internet off. That's it. That's what that blackout is. Look at that. I'm on the connection. I'm on the connection right now. My connection just dropped. I got fiber optic internet. How my connection dropped? I told you when I tell y'all I've been doing this for a while, like I've been gang stalked. I had somebody break my car light. I've had people follow me. If I don't unplug my computer at night, it turns on in the middle of the night. I don't have any settings. It turns on in the middle of the night. This is why the stuff I'm telling you is real deal. People just don't understand. This is why I tell people that I'm thinking about getting off social media. If you notice, it froze. You see these froze things? You see these glitches? Remember when I told you they have jitterbox? That's real. When you say certain keywords, all of a sudden your live mess up. They got whole programmers. That's what I wanted to tell you earlier. Let me get to that real quick. So they have lists of people for TikTok. So some of the content creators, let's say you make a TikTok, it get banned. You use the same email for a new account. They put you on the list. Let's say you put your link in your bio. Let's say you had your link in your bio on your banned account, and you put that link on your new account. How many of you have clicked on my link and can't access none of my information? They don't want you to leave the app. Notice they made a shop for TikTok. TikTok's whole goal is to keep engagement on the app by any means. They don't want you to redirect anything. Nothing. They want to keep you on the app and get a portion of your sales. Because if you sell on their app like Instagram does, you got to give them a portion. That's one of their goals for entertainment and educational purposes. I'm tired of this. It's ignorant. Notice it started freezing. You see so many glitches when I talk to y'all about certain things. I'm just telling y'all. This is for real, bro. I've had an organization come out and ask me to join their organization. Now, you know how you get those emails, join us by cellular? I had an actual person. I said no, bro. It's like people don't understand this stuff is for real. I've had people follow me, computer turning on in the middle of the night while I'm asleep. Ain't no fear over here. I ain't scared to die. That ain't nothing to me. I don't care. It ain't. I'm in it. I'm in this already. I'm already on a list. I don't care. I'm on about 2, 3 lists. I don't care. Don't matter to me. All these secrets are coming out and they can't stop it. So the only way to stop it is to turn the internet off. That's it. The internet was a double-edged sword. It would help you progress, but now it's turning against them, and they're like, nope, nope, nope. And we tired. I'm extra laggy all of a sudden. Real quick, if you want to show support, the money sign VOILAME for Cash App, TeamVoila for Venmo. I'm gonna put you on some game today. If I start glitching or something like that, I'm protected. I'm not even worried. I'm good. Hands down. I'm not worried about these people at all. Matter of fact, they lost already. I have that confirmed in my existence. They will never win. Ever. Ever. There ain't no fear here. But at the same time, I'm not finna go out like no little biscuit. I ain't finna go out like no little biscuit. That's for damn sure. I don't care about none of this. I don't care about none of they do. You notice all these people adiosing soon. All these people adios last year. Putting them in storage. It's time, bro. Y'all gonna realize that it's not always love and light, like I told y'all. This for real. That chaos energy finna be coming serious. I'm all love and light. This is an energetic video game. That's cool. But while I'm here, I'm not playing no games. Well, technically I am, you know what I'm saying, because it's a video game. Energy to learn how to manipulate yours. Anyway, their time is up. Oh yeah, the fog, real quick. The fog isn't real snow. It's just like particles. It's particles to make you sick. One of the particles is called smart dust. Smart dust are small molecular size robots that get into your skin. Your skin is your biggest organ. They've been cloning humans. Cloning has been a part of our civilization since the beginning of time. Some of the people you see around you are clones. I'll get to that later. Don't worry. I got you. Down on my feet, then right on my hands, on my knees. I ain't tripping on that baloney. Cloning been real. Anyway. Let me show y'all this real quick. Yeah. Let me show y'all this. Hey, it's good to see you, Quiet Crew. Let me show y'all this.
In Antarctica, and those CGI generated photos were giving you a little bit of hint of truth. How they usually do. They show it to you in your face. Oh, it's just CGI. It's not real. Okay. Okay. So they didn't have civilization. Huh? They didn't, huh? Alright. Explain this map from 1537 for me.
1587.
Have a good day.
Alright. Now, I'm gonna explain why I say everybody ain't got no soul. I'm gonna show you this real quick. Shout out to my boy 151. Just pay attention.
I tried to tell you.
151.
After the last reset, they was repopulating their cities with these artificial babies, and you didn't believe me. But when I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass. This is a postcard from 1910, and the message can't be.
I just want y'all to see what that says. This word where the mouse cursor is. You see what that word says, right?
Any more clearer. It literally shows a machine with the words repopulation, and the man has a lock and the woman has the key. And if you think that's weird, then listen to this. There was a time when people used the postal service to mail their children.
Pause. Wait 1 second. For you people who have this book, if you haven't got it, it's in my PDF on my Telegram. You should go get this. It's free. Or you can get this in my bio. I'm going to show you an interesting page. Ah, there we go. That page. Oh, look, you see this? I have nothing attached. I have stuff like this happen to me all of the time. This just popped up. They be on my computer, y'all. Like, I be so serious with this stuff, bro. Notice it popped up right on the live, too. There's nothing attached to my computer right now. How did that pop up? Come on. Anyway. Just putting that together for you. For entertainment and educational purposes. Anyway, let's continue.
In the early days of the US Parcel Service, there weren't clear guidelines on what you could and couldn't mail. In January 1913, one Ohio couple took advantage of the US Postal Service's new parcel service to make a very special delivery. Their infant son. I mean, come on. What kind of unhumane thing is this? So once upon a time, it was legal to mail a baby in the United States. It happened more than once, and by all accounts. These people are not human. They have to tell you what they're doing. It's a part of their code. And this postal card is showing those artificial babies on those so-called orphan trains being shipped all over the country.
One file one. Y'all go follow him. So, when you hear people talk about NPCs or soulless, this is where it comes. The story of the stork bringing a baby to the house. Cabbage Patch Kids. You know where that came from, right? Growing kids like plants. NPC is a non-playable character. Think about the Sims. How did they get these people to the cities? Hold on. You remember that word I just showed you with the trains and that other word in front of it? That's why a lot of people ain't awake. Because they were born with a decalcified pineal gland. This right here, they were born with it decalcified. They can never reach the spiritual realm. They're stuck in the third realm. They can never get past this. Some of the people you see around you, they're not supposed to wake up. You know what the rapture is for entertainment and educational purposes? The rapture is their signal being turned off. This is your antenna. Why do they put so many heavy metals in your food? Aren't you an electrical being? So when you're an electrical being and you have this as an antenna, isn't it easy to transmit signals to an antenna? Isn't it easy to do that with some kind of towers? What kind of towers would emit electromagnetic frequencies that could enter your antenna? It has a G at the behind the number, even in the water. Why do you need towers? How many of you know your internet connection comes from underground wires? How many of y'all know that? How many of you know that your phone signal comes from underground through fiber optic cables? Woo, decalcified. Some of these beings are born with decalcified pineal glands. They're not supposed to wake up because they were created not to be awakened. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me show you something. So first off, this is my Instagram. I just hit 10,000 posts. Everything I'm talking about right here on this page, 10,000. If you want to show support, Chrissy just post. I pinned it. If y'all want to show support, pin right there. Anyway, I'm going to explain what I was talking about real quick. Some people seeing this, I'm going to just show this real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next. Because we got some more stuff to talk about today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Because I've been away, and I'm going to bring on Quiet Crew. And Quiet Crew, give me like 10 minutes, and I got you. I just want to show people this video real quick. Hold on. Oh, we're going to talk about health today. A little bit of your health. We about to get on it today, bro. I'm out. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen to this account, but y'all gonna learn something today. y'all finna learn something today. Let me see, where is it? Hold on just a second, y'all. I got that video for you. Some people have seen it. I'm gonna just play it real quick. Hold on. I know I got it. Hold on. Do. This is why when y'all ask me how you know so much, it's hard to go get information sometimes because I gotta go back 30 years. Anyway, pay attention.
Privately operated drones.
What are the pod people? All right, so every 360 years, we go through a reset, and it's symbolized by the total eclipse.
Wait, he said 360 years, right? Remember that Bonham Marte map? Wasn't that 1587? 1587 to 1820.
Of the sun. The last one would have been around 1660, which is why everything is like founded after that date when they found all these Tartaria buildings. The Tartarians were the builders, the giants. They had free electromagnetic healing energy when they were cathedrals, and then they were all wiped out by the mud flood, because it goes flood, fire, flood, fire. And then they created the pod people. This is where all the incubator babies came from, and then the orphanages were sprouting up. These were the white pod people. White fake people. Incubated in orphanages, then grew to adults, and they could reproduce about 10 times before they're sterile. These are people that follow all the rules no matter what. They can't think outside the box. Usually plain clothes. They do what they're told. They work, eat, sleep, church, reproduce. They're the archons. TV is their narrator. It's where they get their signal, and they follow the narrative. And if you ask them, like, think outside the box or go against anything that's outside of their program, you're met with anger. And this is the herd mentality. They're all about the herd mentality, to where when you're intermingled with them and you're surrounded by them, you start to think you're the crazy one because you're not following the herd mentality. And that's why it was set up that way. Let's see, they go against the narrative, the herd, the pod people. These are privately operated drones. This is where we get the term private citizens. They're the worker bees. Privates in the army are the low-ranking ones. And we've turned them into non-productive private citizens because their 10-time reproductive cycle is ending. So these people age faster. They look older than they are. If you look at those old pictures of all the orphans, if you look at them, they're like 10 years old, but they all look like they're like 60 in the face. They age very fast. And they just do what the TV tells them. Eat, buy, get shot, wear your mask. TV is their god. And they're used to influence the real humans who came over probably after, if you're creative, your family members probably came here after 1660. I know both sides of my...
If you want to find the creator of this video, go to PennPuck, PENNPUCK.
My family came here in like 1890. But they look old. When the rapture comes, it's just that their signal is turned off.
Wow, right there. That's what the rapture is. For some people, their signal is being turned off. This is what I was talking about. Some of these people and beings you see around you, they're not meant to wake up at all because they were programmed not to wake up. That's why I watch the news. I get my news. That's why. That's why. This is where the whole Sims comes from. NPCs for entertainment and educational purposes. Have you seen that new video? What's that? Biotech coming out with the incubator babies? For the women that have messed up cervixes and stuff, they don't have a soul. They're NPCs. They have a calcified pineal gland when they're born, so they'll never be able to go to the spiritual realm. They fed a script, just like Giddy said. It's just a script. All they know is doop doop doop. Yep. Sims. This guy's the NPC. You know what, George? If I'm an NPC, how can I block you? Get out of here, boy. Looking at, boy. Look like Mr. Mario, great value looking at you. This ain't the time, bro. I'm ready to roast some people today. This ain't the day. Yeah, soulless babies. Let your soul glow. Yeah. The biotech babies. People said it's a CGI is what they said, right? It's real. They've been doing it. I told you, cloning, hybridization has been with our entire civilization, just like technology. You get what I'm saying? It's been with us the whole time. Who's the maker of that video? Penpuck. Pennpuck. You should go follow him. He got a lot of good information. He gonna hook you up. They had those incubation machines since World War II. Hey, what's up, MS? Good to see you. I'm gonna hit you with a follow. It's good to see y'all. If y'all want to show support, like I said, money sign VOILAME for Cashapp. TeamVoila VOILA for Venmo. If you want to show support. Do you think any NPCs can break from their scripts? Nah. Let me tell you, you're what's called a source player. So some of y'all know the people around you are just filler people, background people for your universe that you're in. Some of these people are only there to fill a script for you. So for every one source player or actual person, there's 5,000 NPCs for that one person. That's why when people tell you that when you change the life of one actual person, you offset the energy and frequency to go into a higher vibration. Yeah, the incubator stuff is real. It's been around. The Cabbage Patch babies are babies that are grown within 12 months. Incubator babies. We're the Truman Show. Exactly. Even humans are hybrids. You know that, right? Humans are GMO. They have their telomeres capped. Some of the humans. So they wouldn't live past 120 years of age. We used to live 500 to 1,000 years. Some of y'all won't believe that. Your telomeres, when you put a cap on those, caps your age. It basically causes stagnancy in your cells. When you get old, you lose electricity out of your cells. That's why they tell you to eat better when you get older, because less and less electricity is produced from your cells. Our technology is outdated. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Whack awake in the Christos calcified doesn't mean you can't wake up. Yeah, it does mean you can't wake up. If you're born with a calcified pineal gland, you can never reach spiritual enlightenment. This is what connects you to the universe. This is your universal Wi-Fi. If you don't have this, you cannot connect to the Wi-Fi. What you gonna connect to? Radio? AI radio station code. Thank you for coming down to AI radio, where we don't have any spiritual lessons. You can't talk to the universe. If you have a calcified pineal gland, you don't have stardust in your body. Stardust is what makes you connected to the universe. If you ain't got that, you can't do nothing. You can throw the NPCs off track and they will not be able to communicate with you. Facts. That's it. Let me ask you a question. I tell people this all the time. Have you went inside a grocery store, a restaurant, nobody there, all of a sudden they get packed? Ask a person, are they an NPC? See what they say. Are you an NPC? What? But never answer the question. They be knowing. That's what I'm saying. This is a whole... Look, I'm going to show y'all something. Remember how I told you? I just clicked cancel on this. Why did this turn up? I don't have anything plugged in. I told you they be coming on my computer. If I don't unplug my computer at night, this thing will be on in the middle of the night. I have no updates. I cancel all the updates and stuff like that. This is why the stuff I'm telling you is real deal stuff. Y'all think this a joke? Honestly, you want me to tell you who really running the planet? I'm going to just say nobility, and I'm going to put black. Reverse. That's all. And it's more to it than that. It's archons, reptilian, Pleiadian, man. It's a group. It's a group of these beings that don't want to see it shine. Why? I don't understand. Decalcification. Y'all know what I mean. It is Voilame at Cashapp, right? Yes, Julius. I appreciate it. It is. Can't you decalcify? Nope. Because they're not born with it. So if you're a NPC, you're not born with this. You cannot connect to the spiritual realm at all. 0%. You have to come from sacred energy. Sacred energy is the most high, the infinite creator, whatever you want to call it. If you are not from the infinite creator, you can't talk to nothing. You talking to air. You having spiritual conversations with the sky. That's why they want people to get the. Let me give you another scenario. You know why they want to get people to take certain medicines? To develop a third helix. These two helixes, 72,000, 72,000, combined 144. This is your antenna to the spiritual realm. When you add another antenna, it changes the radio station. Some people had their radio station turned off. Somebody had their radio station completely. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's continue. We go hit this up. Let's go.
Because they've turned into these non-productive, sterile, private citizens. And they're just the followers. You know, they're the herd. They're the sheep. And they're there to influence you and just be these private citizens, these pod people, privately operated drones. So, there you have it.
Yep. So, when I tell you about these NPCs and people, that's what I mean. A lot of these people around you. So, I'll tell you about this reptilians' ice cold energy. So, they use a technology called sub-zero technology to make the world colder. I have geoengineering patents on this too, by the way. All this stuff I'm talking about. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all a secret. On my Telegram, I used to have 15 to 16,000 videos. I look on it today, it's at 11,000. They took 4,000 to 5,000 videos off my Telegram. That let me know right there what I'm telling you is facts. Facts. 4,000 to 5,000 videos. I looked at it, I was like, wait a minute, 17,000 photos. They used to say 15,000. Why does it say 11,000? 15, 16,000. They took 4,000 to 5,000 videos off. For you people who don't know, I use Telegram, but the owner of Telegram is part of the WEF too. Straight part of it. If you don't think they're monitoring you on Telegram, that's false. I posted a whole picture on it. Yep. Hold on. Let me catch up. Stay truth spreading makes nuts. Yep. Honestly, all this stuff they doing with social media to stop is because too many people woke up. They already woke up. Ain't no going back to sleep. Ain't no going back to sleep. They know what's coming. Yeah. How do you know they live? They live like normal. They're Sims. You ever played The Sims? That's them. Inside Job. Watch that show on Netflix. Inside Job. NPCs are literally only here to fill a role or act as an extra, just like Giddy said. That's their only goal. They're background people, backdrop. That's it. That's their goal. They're not supposed to do anything else past act their position. Activate your inner spiritual technology. Facts. How would we know if we NPC? Let me ask you a question. Do you have an inner voice? Have you noticed this change in your eating habits? You can't eat anything. So would that mean your entire bloodline are source players? Now you get it. Excuse me. Now you get it. Some people aren't NPCs. Some people feel like, I'm an NPC because I do da-da-da. Nah. If you were an NPC, you wouldn't even know what that word means. Because it's like something that's in their programming. When they hear that word, it's like... Is Nibiru coming to help us? So let me tell you, Nibiru is a ship. And it is coming to pick up some people to ascend. So think of every great reset as kindergarten through 12th grade. We're in graduation right now. Some of you have graduated. Some of you still need to continue some lessons, quotations, or what they say, energetic karmas. It's just learning how to balance your energy at the end of the day. One of the whole goals of coming to this particular realm or plane of existence is to learn how to balance your energies. That's it. There's negative and positive polarity. Heaven and hell aren't up and down, left to right. You're in the middle. We're at the lowest level of heaven, highest level of hell at the same time. What you choose to be in is on your energetic vibrance, your vibe, for entertainment and educational purposes. That's literally what it is. You come here to learn how to manage the energy from your cells at a basic level. Spirituality, Lespide, Spanish, or Latin, to breathe, the art of breathing. That's it. Everything else is extra. Economic Forum, the WF Economic Forum. Have you heard of Ashtar? I have. I heard of Ashtar Command, Galactic Federation, ISS, NICAP. So for y'all who don't know, NICAP is the actual Men in Black on our planet. Straight up. If you see NICAP, that's the Men in Black. That's the actual Men in Black. Let's say a spaceship crashed in your neighborhood. They'll be the people that come out and clean it up. Hit you with that Men in Black. That's real. That object they had in their hand, that's real. Some of y'all got chips in your skin. You don't know how that chip got in there. You don't know what the hell it is. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of NPCs. Who controls Gitmo? That's a show to me, bruh. That's a show. I'm a real boy. Pinocchio looking. Yeah. Reminds me of the movie Escape from New York. Facts. They show you in movies and stuff. Source players are only born from a source player's mother. You recycle in a soul group. Facts. Thank you. Finally, some people won't understand until it's time. Nibiru is not only a planet, it's an actual ship to come and scoop you up. So when it scoops you up, you either ascend or you go back home to your original place, wherever you're from. Just to be real with you. Nibiru is a period of time where the veil between realms are at its thinnest. Think of it as like a bird cage. The bird cage is opening up and it allows more energy to roll through. That's pretty much the simple version of it. Hold on, if I keep glitching, y'all know what's up. What is the eating habit? It's because as you raise your vibration, there's certain foods you won't be able to eat because it's 3D foods. Your body is moving into a higher realm, or aka a higher electrical density. So as you eat lower density things, your body will disown them from your body. You notice you can't eat certain things? You notice you can't eat certain foods? You can't be around certain people? You getting tired of your job? It's because it doesn't match your wavelength. Are you the black sheep in your family? Yeah. Black sheeps are usually the people that break the curses that break all the stuff in the family. They're the ones that go through all the emotional pain and traumas. They're the ones that have the spiritual awakenings. So if you're a black sheep, reason we win is because everything has happened already. Exactly. We exist in a construct we created. We already won. Let me tell you like this. You know how people say destiny and fate? You know what that is? Those choices are already mapped out. Free will allows you to choose where you're going. The path is already there. So, I'll give you an example. Think of the roots of a tree. All these roots are still attached to the tree. No matter which root you go to, it's still part of the tree. That's how your decisions are, your choices, every thought you had, every instance where you've had to make two choices. The universe splits, right? You're just looking at two different tree branches that already exist. You're using your free will to choose which direction you want to go, but it's all in the same tree, if you get what I'm saying. That's the best way to describe it. Some of you are timeless beings. Do you understand that? This is a game to you, because if you're let me say, if you're part of the universe and you can create anything you want out of nothing, you control matter. What's the best way to lower your power, or to have fun, quotations, is to forget everything you've ever learned, to forget your power, to forget where you come from, and remember who you are over time. This is a big video game. This is a live action RPG, and you're the main character. Everybody is the main character of their own story. And some of the people you have in your life are part of your soul tribe. They play good and bad roles, quotations. But our simulation was hijacked. The original purpose of this simulation is to experience other lives. So let's say I was a Pleiadian. If I wanted to experience the life of an Arcturian or an Anunnaki, I could come here and be that being, experience lifetimes and all that, and when I die, I go back home. That's exactly what this is. But we had a virus. What is the virus? The virus was the beings that came here and messed up our simulation. Some of these beings were already on the planet. That's why certain higher entities couldn't interfere. They have a law called the law of interference. If beings are already on the planet, they can't interfere because they're natural to the land. Yeah. You know who one of the people who jacked the simulation? Enlil. For you people who don't know who Enlil is, they have Enki and Enlil. Enki was one of the higher multidimensional beings that spliced our DNA with some of theirs to make some people are godlike beings or demigods. Enlil wanted to see us as slaves. They wanted us to mine and farm. That's it. Nothing more. That's all you're monkeys to us. Enlil interrupted our simulation. And Saturn too. If you don't know, Saturn is like a Death Star, like Star Wars Saturn. Those rings around Saturn, those are weapons. That's not space debris. That's weapons. Our simulation was hijacked. The veil is coming up. Hey guys, in the sign off. Yep. I don't want to eat nothing. You know why you don't want to eat? You're moving from a carbon-based being to crystalline. Crystalline means more light, more energy. Everything around you is energy, electromagneticity, energy, and electricity. That's why you don't want to eat foods no more. These foods that you eating, when you taste it and it's like, ugh, I don't want this no more. It's because you're moving, you're elevating back to your energetic self to where you don't need to eat no more. We used to never eat. There were beings on the planet called Subtapana. I made a whole video on it where you would change colors depending on your emotions. all this food tastes like trash, right? You know why? Because a lot of American food isn't real food. I say about 60% of the food you eat is not real at all. If you eat a tomato from here and then eat a tomato from Mexico, night and day difference. A lot of our foods are banned in other countries. Red dyes, yellow dyes, some sodium bicarbonate. You know they put that in water to make you thirsty? They've been trying to play this game little bits and little bits at a time. Asteroid belt is an ancient exploded planet. Asteroid belt is an ancient exploded planet. Yep. Gematria, that's pretty much universal language. So if you, let me tell you, so your numbers, all of our numbers only go from 1 to 9. Anything after 9 is just a repeat of 1 through 9. All of your numbers. Cheetos never tasted so good. Your energy's going down. Cheetos never tasted so good. Yep. If foods like that taste better to you, that means you need to raise your energy and your vibration, because this food ain't for you. You out here eating styrofoam chips. Cheeto back. I always call my daughter grandma for fun because I'm sure she is reincarnated for real. Some of y'all probably been on this planet 100,000 times, and the only reason why you ain't left is because you don't remember who you are. You don't remember. You have to remember where you're from. Everybody's on different spiritual energetic missions in order to increase their energetic pool. That's it. Y'all watch the spam moderators. You'll see a couple people. Enlil, Enlil. Enlil was basically a type of Anunnaki. That's why some people say Anunnakis aren't for us. There was 2 groups, Enlil's group and Anki's group. Anki's group had some Arcturians, some Lyrians in the group, and there was another group that was with us fighting in the war. But when it comes to Enlil, he had the insectoids, he had some Pleiadians, I think some Sicars. Sicars are like the dinosaur-like people. Sicars or something like that. Shapeshifting is real. It is. Yo, you my witness, for I holla for truth. Yeah. So basically, you know that Black Knight satellite? Inky put that up to watch. I'm just telling y'all the secrets. I don't know. I don't know if this get banned or not, but I'm gonna just start telling you. I'm gonna just start telling you, man. It's time. Some people say that's crazy. Don't forget to eat. Yeah, some people forget to eat, and that's because you're moving more to electrical foods. So when people tell you to eat fruits and vegetables, is because they put out an alkaline electric pulse to your body. This is what gives you nutrients and minerals. We have a lack of minerals in America. You don't really need to eat, to be honest. As long as you get the proper amount of minerals and nutrients, you don't need to eat much. To be real with you, everything tastes like dookie juice. Yeah. Everything tastes like dookie juice. It's trash. And it makes you like, oh man, I don't want to eat nothing. Why? Because you're elevating. Your electrical output that you're putting in your circuit board is producing more than the food you eat. That's why when people tell you not to eat meat, is because meat doesn't have a high electrical output. And the meat they serving you now, that's not even real meat. They trying to serve you worm burgers, larvae, margarine, 3D printed meat, fungus. If you don't go hunt it yourself, go to a butcher, a rancher, a farmer, I wouldn't buy it from the stove. Just to be real. I'm not going to eat it no more. But I'm just telling you, I wouldn't touch meat right now because you probably eating sealback, giraffe hoof. You eating goat horn or something, and they calling it meat. My Cashapp is the money sign, actual money sign, Voilame. Thank you for anybody who's donated. Thank you. Doritos and Mountain Dew have to be had to be changed to get sold in other countries because it deteriorates your brain. Facts. About your demigod comment. Lose connection on fiber optics. Jitterbox. Straight jitter. I can't believe it says resume. They messing with the fasting and veggies. My downfall. They messed my live up. I'm telling you some truth. Golly, McDonald's ain't real food. This is all for entertainment, educational purposes. They pushing the buttons and all this baloney. Big head. I'm about to roast TikTok. Look, I bet you sit on the computer and be like, I can't get no women, so I'm going to like all this girl's pictures looking as Todd, the type of person. They so mean, they the type of person to throw. All for entertainment and educational purposes and all this baloney. No evil energy is allowed in this live. Be gone from my presence. You're not allowed. You are no longer allowed in my vicinity, my entity, my existence, my toroidal field, my life. I expel you. I expel you from my existence. Be gone. Be gone. Still freezing. Am I still on repeat? Repeat. They keep freezing me, dog. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm a wave. Todd and Timmy. Oh, look, I told you Todd was pushing that button. You notice my live start messing up when I start talking about, you remember I told you about that jitterbox? Keyword. Oh, he's out. He's doing it again. Hold on. Hey, I need you to push the jitterbox 55 times. Messes live up. He's talking about some real sheesh. I'm trying to get a promotion. Jitterbox ass mother. Ashe, man, Ashe. Don't worry, Todd. You're gonna get a wedgie. I'm gonna make sure. It's gonna be so deep, and Inky gonna see it. Like, damn. He said he was gonna wedgie that boy to a new galaxy. He wasn't playing. Inky gonna see it. I'm about to wedgie that man, Todd. Don't worry. When we flying, I'm coming to meet you. You better have a good pair of breeches on. Knickers, as they say in England. You better have a good pair of those pants on. Cause you sure finna get an atomic wedgie. I'm gonna make sure multi-dimensional beings see it. They like, damn, yeah. You finna get that word. You heard of World Star? Imagine Universe Star. They gonna be looking like, damn, I ain't never seen that. That's some crazy. I ain't never seen that before. I'm gonna hit him with that rock'em sock'em. Blow. Are you going to da-da-da? Finish him. Gonna punch him up to the Pleiadians. They gonna be like, who the hell is this? Where'd he come from? Todd. Where'd he come from? I don't see him anymore. He's gonna get a cosmic punch. Is my live working? Y'all don't want me to say keywords? Some of y'all NPCs out here, y'all mad? They out here pushing buttons. Hit it 55 times. Hit that shit. Todd, I need you to do it. Hitting the jitterbox switch. Hit it again. Do it. Hit the jitterbox. Looking ass. You ain't got nothing to do. You probably sit at home and eat peanut butter out of the jar watching Golden Girls on TV. Talk about, man, I wish I could find me a good woman. Man, I can't find nothing. Eating noodles out of cereal bowl looking at. Probably eat cereal out the box and pour the milk in the bag looking at, boy. I'll roast you. Jergens loving, tissue box destroying ass. They was looping my life. Mr. Bot needs to ride. Yeah. I don't know what AI you got on. You need to turn it off. Go watch your Cheers. Or, you know what? You need to go sit down with your grandma and watch Matlock. Sit down, go watch Matlock. You need to sit down, get your applesauce, and watch Matlock with your grandma. Shoot. Messing with my Dukes of Hazzard looking at, boy. They won by turning your attention towards them and taking away from the teachings. They didn't win. I'm roasting them. How you win? I'm still going to teach you. It ain't stop nothing. One monkey ain't going to stop the show. One monkey ain't going to stop the show. But anyway, like I said, Enlil was taking control over Saturn. Saturn is a base. They took over, Enki took over the base and got it back. Yeah, if they loot me again, y'all know what's up. I'm telling you the truth. Enki and Enlil, they've been around for a long time. They've been around forever. Enlil was like, I don't want to see them mofos thrive because they so awesome. So I'm going to make a race of people to go against these folks. You know, Enlil, a.k.a. Yakub, a.k.a. Satan, Satan. Where y'all think that come from? They supposed to be twin brothers. Yep, they supposed to be twin brothers. One of them just don't like us. Planet X, or Nibiru, what they call it, is an actual ship. The destroyer is Saturn. Saturn is the destroyer. Saturnalia, you know where that comes from? Envelopians. That's funny. I ain't never heard that. He said envelopians. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna give you that one. That was funny. I ain't never heard that in my life. We will win this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not racist. Me, myself, I go by vibration. I'm like, I don't care what you are on the outside. You can look like a tentacle monster. As long as you cool, ain't trying to eat me, we cool. That's how I am. We cool. I don't care what being you are. Do you? If you vibe with me, I vibe with you. That's it. If not, you can go jump in the sun. Face first. Full blast. Rocket ship. Anyway. You know what I'm saying? How does Jesus fit in? Jesus just was a person who reached Christ consciousness. Just like Muhammad, Buddha, all of them reached Christ consciousness. That's why they could do amazing feats. The second coming of Christ, quotations, is you waking up to your power so you can do that stuff. I'm just saying. Does Enki get along with Lyrians? Yeah. Lyrians are the lion-looking people. The lion in the face. Those are those people. They fought with Enki and Arcturians too. Arcturians they look like blue aliens. They blue. Shout out to them. We love you. Nibiru is here in the shadow of the sun. It's already here. Yeah, it's been here. I thought Enlil was the bad. Yeah, Enlil is the bad brother. Enki is the one that like us. It's just polarities. Enki is positive polarity. Enlil is negative polarity. It's so much. I wish I could tell you you're going to make some tentacle monster, baby. Look, I'm all down for hybridization. If some alien women out there want to make hybrids, as long as I'm not getting eaten, nothing go inside of me, nothing come outside of me, I don't have to be food for something, or I don't have to be like a slave or nothing. Let's go. I'm down to make some spider deer babies. What? I don't know. What kind of species? I want some cosmic hand twist. Show me something. and NPCs programmed to want the rapture because they really seem to look for it because their signal is being turned off, as in this video right here. Their signal will be turned off. If y'all remember, that's why. Because some of those beings were made to harvest. What do you mean harvest? When you have 3 helixes and you change the antenna off your top to another radio station, it allows other beings to commandeer your body. That's why they want to, add 3 helixes. Some of these beings are trapped in the 4th dimension. The 4th dimension is the land of illusions, land of instant manifestations. Some of these beings can't leave 4th. So in order to leave 4th, they need an antenna. Once that antenna is on, I can commandeer your body. That's one of the reasons why you see so many towers coming up. Some of those beings that became biohumans, they're going to have their consciousness, their NPC consciousness turned off so they can have their body inhabited. Because some of these beings can't make their own bodies. They cannot make their own bodies at all. They can't be in physical form. But if they have a body, they can manipulate physical form. It's similar to, you know how when people go blackout drunk? You know how when people go blackout drunk, your consciousness goes to sleep, in sleep mode. While your consciousness is in sleep mode, another being can come and commandeer your body. That's why when you hear people say, oh man, I was so drunk, I don't remember nothing, because your consciousness was asleep. They came and borrowed your body. And that's what they're trying to do right now. The earth will go inside Nibiru, and then the show starts. It's facts. Some people understand. Imagine this is Nibiru. It's already here. They're waiting on an energetic point. Here's the earth. That's it. The Eve gene. It's a negative, positive polarity. Whenever somebody tell you divine masculine, divine feminine, any of that type of information, just think of negative polarity, positive polarity. Like a battery, you need opposite ends in order to conduct the charge. Same concept. Like I told you, we attach words to stuff all the time. Don't make no sense. It's like T-Mobile, AT&T, different frequency. So what's with 5G? 5G is the G on any of the numbers or electromagnetic wavelength frequencies. 5G used to be a military weapon to use on people. Like you used to have to wear a full hazmat suit in order to be in a room with 5G, excuse me. They already have up to 10 or 12G. The only reason why it's not out is because we would literally radiate to death. Literally. Just extra crispy. So what they do is they slowly introduce 5G, 6G to your body to allow your body to get used to the frequencies. 6G is the internet of bodies. 7G is like cyberpunk. The NPCs live off our energy. They try to trigger you to get your energy. In fact, some of the NPCs are energy vampires. You've heard that term, right? You know how you go around certain people and you just feel drained, like, ooh, that's too much energy around me, like an empath. Some of those people around you feed off your energy field. So you have a field that comes off you at all times. Some of these beings feed off that field. Sometimes I'm asleep of 5 minutes and it feels like an hour because our concept of time doesn't exist. We're timeless beings. The thing you got to understand is that you came to this planet. They put time on us to keep us in a loop. I tell people all the time, there's no Sunday through Saturday. All the days of the week are named after people. The months: July, Julius Caesar; August, Augustus; October, Octo. Octo means 8. How's that the 10th month? Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. For educational purposes. Still a weapon. Yeah, that's why they put 5G. Have you seen that movie, The Kingsman? Let me show you what they want to do with 5G. I'm going to show you how to go look this up. So you go to YouTube, go right here, type in 5G Kingsman church scene. I'm going to show you why we have 5G on the phone. Some of you, oh, they turned my signal off. Y'all some dookie butter eating ass, chicken neck, boo-boo head ass muff. Hold on, they turned my signal off. Y'all some doo-doo head ass muff. Come on. How you turn the signal? That let me know right there what's up, bro. That let me know right there what's up. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Turn the signal clean off. Y'all some doo-doo head ass mofos, bro. I hope you fall on a banana peel at an adult shop. So stupid. Messing up the signal. Tripping. They messing up the signal. Wow. That's some bologna sauce. Hold on, y'all. Ooh-wee. Come on. You don't feed baby a steak. Come on, bro. I've had more migraine headaches since 5G. If you look at electromagnetic frequencies and you look at the symptoms from they're similar to radiation sickness. Is America Egypt? Yes. Is the map inverted? Yes. You have to go ground yourself. Look, I'm going to tell you about grounding real quick. When you ground yourself, you put your feet on the earth. The earth is a natural transmuter of energy. It releases ions in your body. Ions are charges. So if you have a static electrical charge, which is negative emotions or anxiety, sadness, pain, any of these things, when you go put your hand on the tree or put your feet in the grass, it releases negative ions, transmutes the energy through the earth with electromagnetism and returns it in a different polarity to your body. That's why grounding is so important. Just understand. Excuse me. Yeah, there is a circadian rhythm. Excuse me. It's a universal. They turned my internet off. Y'all some doo-doo head, mofo, chicken neck, boo-boo bastard, boy. Built like Bart Simpson, skateboard ass mofos. They turned my internet off. And I ain't had nothing nothing wrong with my internet, dog. Ooh, boo-boo heads. How does the source allow all of this? Let me tell you a fun fact about source. Source doesn't take sides. It's not good or bad. Source is trying to experience itself more, so it makes negative polarity and positive polarity in order to experience. That's it. Source don't have no. Me personally, Source just wants to experience. From my point of view, Source trying to be out here and enjoy life, and go through all this. I'm on live, but I can't get on my computer internet. Come on, dog. You want your cornbread looking at? Yeah. Been washing my hair all through this live. If I start glitching, y'all know, jitterbox, hit the... Todd, come on. Come on, man. Hit the button, man. Big head. My eyes went bad since the 5. Yeah. How does the source allow all of this manipulation from the source doesn't have feelings. The source, the original, the Most High, doesn't have feelings. The source is trying to experience more of itself. Let me give you a fun fact. All of this we see around us, all of this whole universe, we are a cell inside of a big multi-dimensional body. And this goes on infinitely. The Earth is a cell. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, all the planets are cells. Each person makes a frequency on the cells. Each person is is a frequency for the planet. The combined frequency of the people or beings on the planet make a cell or electrical charge for a higher being. Nebulas, Andromedas, galaxies. This goes on infinitely. Your cells. If I told you you had a civilization in your cells, would you believe me? In your cells, you have a civilization. You probably, that's stupid. You control, you know how you hear people talk about dimensions? Dimensions are densities. Densities is how much electrical charge you pull from your cells. That's one of the reasons why you came to this planet, to learn how to pull your energy from your cells. Once you pull your energy from your cells, you can manipulate matter. So when you see people doing telekinesis, levitation, that's internal electricity being pushed externally. This is a piezoelectrical crystal. Like Vision, from Marvel, Vision, you have one of those right here. All of this electricity is coming through your body. That's why they put so many electromagnetic frequencies. That's why they give us so many heavy metals to disturb your natural circuit board. To disturb your electrical current going through your body. Todd Jurgens looking at, I'm going to call him Todd Jurgens from now on. Everything is permissible through source. Exactly, but may not be beneficial to your journey. I'm going to pin that comment so you can understand. Source ain't got no feelings. Source is experiencing itself. Hit the switch, Todd. Todd Jurgens. Call him TJ. We can't blame Source. Source is just chilling. Source got so much power. If Source appeared behind me right now, what can I do? He'd be like, hey, what's up, man? What you up to? Shit, living. All right. That's all. Source could do that. Just come out of nowhere. Just say hello. Boop. And you gone. And you gone. But Source is just trying to experience more. That's why you got free will. Because as you have free will, you get to experience more for Source. Everything is based off your own energetic pool. Where you want to go. There's infinite realities of you. I can tell you a bunch of stuff. You ever seen Jet Li's The One when he goes to different dimensions and starts taking energetic versions of himself in order to get stronger? You do that. Every time you sleep, you choose when you sleep, you technically die. And while you're passed away, quotation, or asleep, you choose a timeline to come back to. That's why some of y'all, when y'all astral travel and when y'all go to the spiritual realm, that's why you be waking up tired. You're like, why am I tired? I got 12 hours sleep. Why am I tired? Because it costs a lot of energy to travel and to choose these timelines and places you going. That's why you be so out of energy when you wake up, or you wake up with bruises and scratches out of nowhere. It's because you fighting in the spiritual realm. People think that's a joke. That's a dead city. We have our mitochondria is a little city. Thank you, AK 52192. Our mitochondria is a little city, but people won't understand that. TJ. Hey, what's up, Gigi? Good to see you. The universe is hilarious. We are source. We're all source. We're all the universe. You have the power to manipulate matter and atoms. We only came here to play a game. That's how you know you powerful. You so powerful you had to make a game to forget yourself, to come back because you so powerful. Come on. You literally had to forget yourself and learn your powers again and learn yourself. That's how powerful you are. They literally. That's what deja vu is too. When you go to sleep, you choose what timeline you want to go to, and when you meet certain conditions. So let's say you hit your foot on the side of it'd be something silly. You hit your foot on the side of a nightstand, and then you're like, and then you look at a clock. You activate the timeline, and that's what deja vu is. You just sending a piece of your consciousness into a possible reality, and if you meet the conditions, you get to see that reality. That's what deja vu really is. For educational purposes, yada yada, enchilada potatoes. The Akashic records are a light library. So think of the Akashic records as Google. That's the universal Google. You remember how I told you technology is based off of you? Have you ever noticed the word internet? Entering a net? Ethernet is ether. The ether around you in entering the Ethernet. You are Google. You are Akashic records. This is why people tell you to raise your vibration. As you raise the electricity from your cells, you unlock more information from these Akashic records, aka the universal Google. You can get all the answers for everything in the Akashic records. Everything's already made. Everything's already made. You want to detox heavy metals? Contact my girl QUIETQREW. She got a detox, parasite detox, heavy metal detox, liver, heart. She on here too. If you can, QUIETQREW, would you be so inclined to say something real quick? Ghosts are remnant energy left over. Let me give you a fun fact. If you look at ghosts is stagnant electricity, right? How they get energy is, have you ever noticed when people go to haunted houses, the chair will move and then the desk will move? That raises a static electrical charge from your body when you get scared. Like that, electrical output. As soon as that electrical output comes out, that's what they feed on. That's what they feed on. That's why they keep doing stuff. I astral traveled last night without trying. I was in a house, someone seed me and tried to catch me. Some of these places you astral travel to that you don't know where you're going, or some know where you're going, you can go into other people's dreams. You can go into other, if you get permission. If not, you'll be chased by some things. Yeah, that's facts. You delete your Instagram. I didn't. My Instagram is still on there, Voilame _ I got 10,000. Isn't a lesson if you know all the answers? It's not a, you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We came to play. We so powerful, we had to degrade ourselves because we so powerful. We were so bored. Look, imagine being a timeless being and you chilling in space and you could create everything. After a while, you get bored as hell, wouldn't you? You could create anything you want to. Well, I want me a cosmic double hand. Right there. Infinite double hand. Around you. After a while, that would get tiring. You'll get bored. If you had an abundance of what you had, you'll get bored. You get bored. Some of these beings were so bored, they're like, hey, man, what you want to do? Let's make a game. Let's call it Earth. Yeah. Let's put it together. I think 9,000 beings came together to make Earth. 9,000 plus beings, 2 galaxies, and a nebula or something like that came together to make Earth because they was bored. Could you imagine being that powerful? You so powerful, we have to make a game just to not be bored. Come on. Yeah, she got parasite cleans too. QUIETQREW. I'm going to tag her. Here we go. She's right here, pinned in the comments. QUIETQREW. We're going to talk about some health stuff today too. I've been on some Star Trek stuff half of the time. Yeah, Star Trek and Star Wars is based off of us. I pinned a QUIETQREW at the top. If you type in my name, Voilame, at her site, QUIETQREW.com, you get 5 to 10% off your order. She has detoxes, herbal remedies, some herbs, some sea moss capsules, just a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Go check out the site because she got some, and she know her ish. She know her stuff. When you contact her, like I said, Voilame, mention me. She do free iridiology. Matter of fact, hey, QUIETQREW, I'm going to go ahead and invite you if that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and send an invite. I want y'all to meet QUIETQREW. She cool as hell, too. Cooler than cucumbers in ice water. You know what I'm saying? I just sent her an invite. Let me see if I can put her on. Hold on, before we start. Todd, I need you to sit down, all right? No jitterboxes allowed, okay? No jitterbox. We don't want that here. You're not allowed here. Go get you a snack. I know you be eating Triscuits, the plain ones with no flavor. How do I get to my Akashic records? You increase the electricity in your body, meditation, releasing electrical currents. When you hear people talk about generational traumas, generational pains, when you hear people talk about love yourself more, these are static currents in your body. When you relieve these currents in your body, it allows you to access more information. It's electrical energy and electromagnetism. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. I've been trying to figure out the Quiet Crew, and you wouldn't go live. So Quiet Crew, Quiet QUIETQREW.com. Always a privilege being in your life. Thank you, Doe. I appreciate you. I was in deep meditation and I became a light or energy being. Let me tell you the fun fact. The highest form of light is darkness. It cannot be perceived. Just throwing that out there for you. The key to your energy and your power is to live in the present and stay out of the past. Shout out to Giddy. When you live in your current power, your present is a gift. You know why they call it a gift? It's the only period in time you control. Your future and past are happening at the same time, but your future is infinite possibilities based on your micro decisions. Sunday through Saturday don't exist. January through December don't exist. You get what I'm saying? If you take those away, take time away. You see how in my time it says 6:30, right? That time gone. How do you measure your day? That's how serious it is. That's how serious it is. If you take time away, if you take calendars away, how do you know how old you are? I don't eat meat. I'm not a meat eater unless it's a late water juice. Juice is good sometimes when you pour it in the cup. How can I control my anger? Do a physical activity. If you have anger issues, take MMA, boxing, or Muay Thai. You'll get mad. Oh, I want to fight. You start fighting, and when somebody busts your head up, that's when your static electricity come down. If you have a lot of anger, you need to do something with violence. Because when you have that violence redirected to you constantly, it helps you to clear up that violence and realize, why was I angry? After you get hit a couple times, you realize, why am I angry? The angrier you are, the more violent activity you need to be in. I'm not saying go out here and be like, Rambo in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying all that. I'm saying in a controlled environment. Do some MMA. Do some self-defense. With something where you can spar with somebody. You'll learn to develop camaraderie. You'll learn to develop fighting skills. You'll learn to develop confidence, anger control, management. You learn a lot of stuff. You know what space is? Close your eyes. Your space. Close your eyes. That's space. That's how attached you are to the universe. If you close your eyes, you're in space. That don't make no sense to some people. The Akashic Records is the universal library of everything. It's a light library. It's basically a light universal Google. That's it. Gods from Sirius that were trapped here while they were working. Yep. Some people are from higher dimensions. Some of you are from some of you aren't from 5D or 5 density. Some of you are from 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of y'all came down to help the planet reach to go back up to 5 and 6, 7, and 8. Quiet Crew, all one word. Yep. The Cooper pole generated energy. Cooper pole, you gotta let me know. Yeah, I'm 43 winters old. Exactly. 365 days in a year, but there's only 7 we can name. Shout out to I am Rashad Jamal. He told y'all a bunch of stuff. That's facts. Where is he, by the way? You notice when you have certain leaders out here, melanated or otherwise, they disappear. He's supposedly still in jail in Georgia, being mistreated. I thought he was supposed to get out. Still ain't seen him. Because he was giving y'all too much game. He was telling you the truth. Young Pharaoh. Y'all remember him? What happened to him? Bobby Hemmett, he was a good person too. He retired. He got tired of talking because he spent 10 to 20 years talking to people, and he was like, these mofos ain't listening. The people who listen, but the people who don't. That's where I'm getting to. But I'm disappearing on my own. I ain't disappearing because you know what I'm saying. I'm good. How can you generate energy from the ground with them copper poles? What's the tool called? A scepter. That's one. Grounding wires, scepter. That's what some of those scepters were for, to help you ground. They used the electromagnetic energy from the earth, and the scepter was a tuning fork in order to manipulate energy, sound, and frequency. They could move rocks that was way bigger than them just by having a scepter in hand. Some of the beings. Do the aliens know everything? Yeah. I'm going to just say, all the knowledge is already available. It's just we don't have access because we're stuck at a certain realm. But as we evolve in electricity within our bodies, becoming crystalline instead of carbon, we have access to this information. Some of you are what's called claircognizant. You ever say something and knew you was right and didn't know how you was right, and then you looked it up and you was right? That's called claircognizance. Some of you had clairaudience. You hear something one time and you can memorize it? Yeah. How can you determine which density you came to the earth as? That's part of your mission. Part of your mission is figuring out how much electrical current you can pull from your cells. And you do that by manipulating the matter. What is manipulating matter? Taking control of your life with what? Free will. Damn. Spicy. Spicy. Oh, Quiet Crew came on. Todd, I'm going to need you to turn off. No negative entities are allowed in here. No jitterbox. Shout out to Quiet Crew.
I'm gonna be behaving this time because I don't want to like get flagged. I've been actually getting kicked out of your live, like literally as I'm in the chat, I keep on getting like kicked out. Yeah,
and and it's not my mods. They be kicking people out. They even kick my mods out sometimes. But she got some information for y'all today.
Yeah, I want to try to keep things simple just for the algorithm not to flag us. You know, I heard that you might like. I've heard from other TikTokers that whenever we talk about these certain topics, we have to refresh the live like every 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I was actually reading about how water dehydrates the body.
Really? So we shouldn't drink a lot of water, huh?
Right. Water is actually made for plants because plants have the ability with the polymers within them to hold the water, you know, H2O.
Yeah.
That's what water was made for. And whenever we drink water, it actually dehydrates us. Like literally. That's why whenever we drink water, soon after we pee it out.
Yeah.
But with anything that we consume, it has to go through a process to, you know, for the body to distinguish whether it's good or bad. So it takes energy to digest water and like to process water. But with using that energy, you know, you're literally just peeing it right out soon after. So it literally dehydrates your body.
So what should we be drinking then?
Yeah. Well, what we're supposed to be consuming is the fruits.
Fruit water, right?
Right. You know, when it comes to, we got to look at things on a very, you know how you were mentioning about how we got to look at things through the basis of what was it? You said
magneticity,
something.
Electromagneticity or electricity.
Yes. We got to look at things in those regards, especially like for our human body, we got to look at things on a very small molecular level, on a chemistry level. And that's what people get lost in the extra, you know, because they don't want to look at the old history, you know, the old books. But I was reading this one and I recommend for people to get this book.
Which one is it?
It's called Medical Herbalism.
Check this out, y'all. Get that book.
Yeah, Medical Herbalism by David Hoffman. It's about $70. You could find it on, you know, some of the reading platforms, but this book breaks down the understanding of, you know, things on a chemistric basis in an easy way, you know? And water was actually made for plants because plants feed and are the main carbohydrates of the whole planet, you know, the whole plane, I should say. And water was actually made for plants. You know, it was created to be used by plants for the plants to be able to go ahead and supply food sources for everything else.
Mm-hmm. And process energy for themselves.
Right. And it's very interesting because you know that ketogenic diet?
Yeah.
The ketogenic diet became popular. It was, you know, it was brought up for epilepsy and people that have issues with their brain functions or synapses. In the 1920s, there was a doctor that, you know, suggested certain foods to suppress the nervous system of those that have epileptic issues or whatever. Well, the ketogenic diet just became popular in the 1990s, just recently.
Yeah.
And the agenda to the ketogenic diet was actually initiated through social media, you know, for women particularly to try to lose weight, those that had like bad body image. And a lot of women join in on the bandwagon of doing the ketogenic diet, you know, and it was to get them infertile. It was to get their synapses and to basically have them, you know, under the agenda of now what's going on with the feminism and things. It was actually like done to adios those women with their fertility. So that's a whole nother video on its own, but it gets very deep and involved because, again, when you look at things on a very molecular bottom of the reality basics of life, we're not supposed to consume nothing else but carbohydrates coming from fructans, which is fruit, because it's easier for our DNA to metabolize the fructose.
And the electricity from the fruits.
Correct. Because our DNA, you know how they say that we have 6 strands of DNA?
Yeah.
Fundamentally, we do. We do. We have 6 strands of DNA. Now we're walking into a time where there's some of us that have upgraded to have 9 strands of DNA. And that's how you were talking about the piezoelectricity.
Yep.
The way that gets activated is through your way of life. And in your way of life, if you're consuming the bad foods that the Matrix is giving you, that's what, unfortunately, unalives those people.
Yep.
And fructose, and I was just doing a read along with me the other night. For those that follow me, I did a read along because I like to go through the books and read with y'all, you know, to teach us and, you know, to get answers to our questions. You know, I don't like to research. You guys know that. I don't like researching. I like to question answers and then search for more answers and then go through the way of that light. Okay. Right. But when it comes to fructose, fructose has 5 atoms.
Okay.
And
5 atoms.
Yes. And it's called a Furano ring form.
Furano ring 4.
Yes. A ring form. And my point in saying that is because our carbon, the carbon inside of us is made from a pyrano. The basic fundamental DNA is made from a pyrano ring form. Fructose is made from a furano ring form. So what I'm trying to get to is that since fructose is made from a 5 ring form, it's easier for DNA to utilize. it's easier for the DNA to metabolize and take on that energy.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of
Yeah.
like more efficient fuel.
It's more efficient
DNA.
fuel.
You see? So
Yeah.
you got to look at things on a molecular basis to understand the way of life.
Yep.
You know? And for those that were on the ketogenic diet and that are following a ketogenic diet, you're starving your cells.
Right.
You're starving your cells from the very same essence of what your DNA utilizes as energy. You know? You're not supposed to have low carbs in your lifestyle, okay? Carbs are carbohydrates. What are carbohydrates? Well, they're constituents of hydrants to carbon. We all are carbon-based beings. We run, and everything is structured of carbon. So our essence of carbon needs to be fueled.
Okay.
And through our anatomical structure, the way that our body gets fueled and metabolizes foods is through minerals, through the lifestyle of eating and consuming predominantly fruit.
This is where this comes from. This is why they promote so much of the stuff that we eat, because they want to cause stagnancy and electricity within your electrical circuit on your body.
Let me just say something. Because people are very misinformed. There was a couple of commenters that mentioned, and I'm going to snap back hard on this one, because there's been a couple of commenters that have been, mentioning, the brain runs better on ketones. This is what they told you is a lie.
Thanks.
Okay? The brain does not run better on ketones.
Nope.
The brain gets into survival mode on ketones, thus needing to work harder, thus shows data that it works better, but it doesn't work better. It works worser. It works worse.
Yep.
And people don't understand that. People think, because they just read on, Science Daily, which is actually a platform where scientists pay to be on, because it's easy for general people of the public to read. They don't really go through the real data.
Thanks.
The ketogenic diet was used, and it was made in the 1920s for epileptic, seizuring patients. It was used to suppress their neurons. Okay.
For entertainment and educational purposes, this is all entertainment.
Okay. Check me out. It was used to suppress their symptoms of epilepsy. It was not used to cure or heal or take care of it at all.
Thanks.
Do not get confused when you read these articles, especially those articles that are on Science Daily, the ones that have the cute little pictures on them, okay? And I've made videos about these things on my TikTok. I have very great information.
Y'all go follow her real quick. QUIETQREW. QUIETQREW. And that's the same for the website. QUIETQREW.com is the website. Type in my name, Voilame, for 5 to 10% off your order.
The ketogenic diet, a lot of people lost weight on. That's the whole reason why they got on it in the first place. But those same people were ready to starve themselves to lose weight. Psychologically, because they were already malabsorbed. They were already not eating a lifestyle that was made for them. They're coming from, pancakes, all of these heavy starchy carbs, which are not from nature. They're man-made.
Thanks.
And they were prepared mentally to starve themselves. That's why they lost weight. but you're literally starving yourself and your cells. That's like putting oil upon a cell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like these oil spills. You know, these oil spills from the ships, and then you see the sad commercials with the bird, like, you know, filled with oil and they can't really move or function.
Yeah.
That's literally what the ketogenic diet does to the cells inside the human body. It stagnates them.
And causes them not to produce more electricity, correct?
Correct. And it forces the brain to mutate and behave differently. That's what they collected as data to think that it's bettering the person that's getting those, you know, that consistent diet.
That's why they named it diet. They slick.
You know, the Aboriginals, the people that lived originally before the nomads, they were plant-based.
Right.
That's how they received the electricity through their first eye.
Facts. This is facts. This is where,
You know?
this is why they don't teach you stuff from Kemet and those esoteric schools, because they show you that a lot of electrical current comes from nature. And a lot of this artificial stuff is meant to stop your current in your body. Dis-ease. Getting you out.
I'm actually reading upon a theory right now,
Yeah.
which I'm up to this point really truly believing on it. But did you know that our DNA always is trying to find ways to escape itself?
Yep. It's Wi-Fi. It's
And that could be
trying to reach out.
Yep, and that could be seen through the codons of the amino acids, the crystallized acids that make up DNA.
Thanks. She's trying to tell you.
And the way that you could determine that is because if you look at the abstract understanding of DNA, the coding is always changing.
Yep.
And they're seeing that as either DNA trying to ascend or unalive itself because of the disrespect and the way of life that we're living now.
Thanks. She giving y'all some game, bro. She giving y'all some major game right now.
You know, whenever someone is going and undergoing an epileptic seizure, what is that? It's literally your brain. Your brain is just having you know how you plug a outlet into the wall and it could give static?
Yeah.
That's basically what an epileptic seizure is.
Static.
Because there has been a dysfunction of the neurons. Of the synapses. There has been something that is blocking that connection from brain to body and body to brain. So what people do is they get scared because when you observe somebody having a seizure, it's something frightening. You know, you start seeing the person convulse. You know, it's you could see them fall maybe or have an uncomfortable, you know, happening. You know, but all it is, and it's nothing to get scared about or lose your mind over and suppress your cells forever with a ketogenic diet.
Yeah,
it's just something that needs to be regenerated again. You know, and the only way to regenerate that is by giving your body more electricity.
You're getting that, right? Y'all see how energy, frequency, and vibration play a key and pivotal role in your life. This is why I preach it so much. Raising your vibration is increasing electricity. The more electricity you have in your body, the more you unlock your powers, your ability to connect to the Akashic records, the ability to connect to old memories, your ancestors' memories that are already inside of your second strand of DNA. Wow. which has stardust and dark matter particles. Just saying.
I actually wrote down the certain DNA. I got this information by one of my mentors. You know, up to the 6th point of DNA. And
Yep.
I'll have to make a video about this some other time, but I wrote it down, you know, and
Okay.
I do want to share that with you all, you know, in the future, because these topics get really in depth. You know, chemistry and the ways of life is not what you think. It's actually the opposite of what you think.
Right.
It's so structured. I mean, it gets so in depth. It's crazy. And to furthermore that, we don't even know if it's true.
Thanks.
We don't even know if our science is true, because even our own DNA is always changing.
Yep. DEA as well. Deoxyetheric acids as well.
You know, and people, you know, the general people don't understand those things. So that's why I produce these videos about how to help heal the body. The only food group that will heal your body is the fruit group.
Thanks.
The thing is that people get so scared of starving. You're not going to starve if you're on the lifestyle that you're supposed to be on in the first place.
Thanks. What she's saying, y'all, is if you get the proper amount of minerals and nutrients, your body will produce enough electrical current from your cells to satiate your body so that you don't have cravings for these things. Some of you have cravings for salt, sugar. It's because of those parasites that are causing stagnation in your electrical system. This is why we tell you to do a parasite detox, which she has on her website, QUIETQREW.com. Type in my name, Voilame, 5 to 10% off. Vegetables do have a charge, but not as much as fruit. So it's fruits, vegetables, and then you have nuts. You know, nuts used to be desserts for us, like almonds and all that stuff. Those used to be desserts that we would eat as like our ice cream. That would be like our ice cream back in the gap.
I'll tell you what vegetable matter is to the human body.
Okay.
Okay? They're prebiotics.
What is a prebiotic?
What is a prebiotic? I'll read it from this book here. Okay? A prebiotic is defined as an indigestible food ingredient and selectively stimulates the growth or activity of certain bacterium in the colon. To be effective, prebiotics must escape the digestive system and the upper gastrointestinal tract and be used by a limited number of microorganisms. Prebiotics are principally oligosaccharides that stimulate the growth of bifidobacteria. Prebiotics are indigestible to the human body.
Did y'all know that?
Yes, and the only reason we're supposed to consume plant matter is to continue the bacterium inside our body. That's all.
So small
but even
increments.
vegetables are indigestible to the body. Are you guys understanding me?
Yep. Especially when you cook them, right? When you add any kind of heat to them. Doesn't it change the chemistry of the entire?
Yes. And it ruins the fiber of the vegetable matter. So you're literally eating negative frequency food. Now, vegetables are helpful when we're hungry, you know, and we don't have any source to, you know, find the particular minerals that we need from fruit. But even vegetables are indigestible to the human body. The human body cannot digest foods, you know, plants fully.
She giving y'all some game. I'm telling y'all, you can't. This is why people recommend fruit so much raw. That's why people recommend fruits raw with smoothies, or even just eating them raw. Honestly, the raw the better. But if you put it in a smoothie, hey, that's cool too.
You know, this is where it comes back to people thinking that they're starving when they're eating fruit. You know, because they're not eating enough.
Yep.
You know, you're not supposed to just drink juice. You're supposed to be consuming the whole fruit itself. That's why you have teeth. That's why you have your digestive system. It's good to juice. Don't get me wrong. If you're under a cleanse and you want to go quicker and expedite your cleanse, it's okay to juice.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to get on a lifestyle, the proper lifestyle is to consume fruit as in how they are on their whole self.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no limit.
Nope.
There's no limit.
Yep. Let me give you a fun fact real quick. Did you know kiwis? You know how people pull out the inside of the kiwi? You're supposed to eat the whole kiwi because the kiwi on the outside, it brushes the inside of your digestive system in order to clean out the mess. That's why you eat a kiwi whole.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, the thing is that people also get scared from the GMO and the pesticide. But if you're cleaning your vegetables and your fruits as you should be, because you're not a roach that just eats whatever is there. You know, you have some pride and dignity, you know, to wash, you know, just like raccoons. You know how they're even animals and they wash their food? We're supposed to have even a higher intelligence to wash our food.
Facts.
You know, but a lot of people, they say, you know, they're scared from GMO or there's no healthy vegetables anymore. Well, guess what? Those vegetables and those fruits are going to be way healthier, way more electric filled than meat, dairy products, grains, all of the other extra processed stuff that we conveniently consume.
Yep. Facts. Any seeded fruits are good for you because the seeds contain electrical charge. That's why they have so many seeds in fruits. When you have seeded fruits, think about it as electrical charge. That's why they tell you to throw the cores away in apples. You can take the cores in apples and make fermented apple cider vinegar. You put apple cider vinegar in a jar, I think with some sugar. I wouldn't recommend sugar, but just let it ferment, and that's how you make apple cider vinegar. That's lit. It's apple cores and apple peels that's fermented. Eating with intention is a necessity.
You know, these topics get really involved.
Facts.
And, you know, I'm here. You know, I'm here to break down these things and going back to science, making sense out of sense that might not make sense.
So let me ask you, there's a person who asks, what about seedless fruits that are man-made? Because that's definitely man-made.
Well, this is another challenge. This is another way that the Matrix is unfortunately trying to disrupt our DNA coding. There's nothing we could do about that because there's powers that be, you know, and these powers that be, you know, reign the whole thing, you know, and that's just the way it is right now. But it is still way better to consume those fruits and vegetables as opposed to any other food group.
Yep.
You know, just do the best that you can.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do, because I tell people all the time, no matter what, you poisoned already. Like, just to be real with you, with the food, your air, your clothes, you poison in some way. You just trying to minimize how much you have in your body.
let me further that statement. You know how I was just saying that DNA runs on what we were just talking about, the
electro,
the 6 DNA runs on the 6.
Yeah, and the 9th and the 12th.
Yeah, let me actually get that again. Hold on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know how our DNA runs through a pyrano and fruit runs on furano?
Yeah.
Why cannot we manipulate it? Why cannot we manipulate the fruit? We can.
Huh. We can.
We can because we we're more dense than the fruit. And we can manipulate the fruit. So even if your fruit comes seedless, your DNA could prey upon that fruit or be grateful upon that fruit and change the molecular structure from that fruit when you ingest it.
Facts. Because your energy, frequency, and vibration, like I told you, your intention
Yep.
of what you eat can literally project onto the molecular structure of the fruits. When you say thank you for this fruit, whatever it is, you change the electrical characteristics with intention. Intentional electricity changes the characteristics. Boop.
Look at for those that are interested in these subjects and like to go into those like real rabbit holes, look up pyrano configurations and furano configurations.
Pyrano and furano configurations is what she said.
Basically, because we're more dense in our DNA, our carbon is more dense than fruit. We're able to manipulate it with just our electromagnetic frequency towards that fruit.
Yep. Remember how I told you use piezoelectricity to project electrons outside of your body to manipulate matter? That's one of the ways you do that. Spreading your voice or your intention will literally change the electrical output of what you're eating.
Yep. And they've experimented with that. They've experimented with even just H2O.
Yep. Dr. Imuro Emoto, he did an experiment where he put water in 2 different cups of the same bottle, and he wrote positive affirmations on one and negative affirmations and stuff on the other one. He didn't even speak. He just wrote the words. When you looked at the water at a molecular level, the positive water looked like snowflakes, and the negative water looked terrible. It looked like Oscar the Grouch at a molecular level. That's why it's important to use your intention over your food.
Yep. Right. The thing is that, I'm a spiritual person, and I do believe that you could, we're here to manipulate energy, and the best ways we know how. But we cannot manipulate something that went against its will, such as an animal or dead flesh. You cannot manipulate that.
Nope.
Because that is beyond, that has been left behind. In the electromagnetic scale, that type of being, that type of embodiment was left behind. Yep. So when it comes to trying to manipulate meat products or bioengineered already products, processed products, you can't do that. It's harder to manipulate those products because they are holding a much more denser, dead, non-electric being, embodiment.
It's like putting an anchor when you eat it. It's like putting an anchor on your own being because you're stagnating your electricity. This is why we tell people to cut the meat off. This is why. It's like putting a big old anchor on your energy. Just stuck.
Please, especially for those that are trying to heal a certain situation, whether it be big or small. I can't use certain words on the algorithm because they could, take us off.
Jitterbox.
But it doesn't matter what type of illness you're undergoing, whether it be big or small, scary or not.
Yep.
The way that the body is going to function as it should is if you hydrate it. And what do you hydrate it with? through the anatomical structure of your body through carbohydrates,
And
but from
minerals.
nature. But from nature.
From nature. She
Not the
telling
carbs that they've man-made.
no man-made carbs. Somebody said, what about beans?
Beans are man-made. Most beans are man-made.
The only real bean is what? Chickpeas, right? Chickpeas.
Yes, the garbanzo.
Garbanzos.
Yes. And the reason how you could tell by that is because they ferment as opposed to rot or putrefy.
So wild bean. Okay. Somebody asked, what about rice and potatoes?
Rice and potatoes are starchy foods. If you're trying to heal, and listen to me very closely, if you are trying to heal your body, the only food group that's going to take care of you is the fruit group.
Thanks.
Anything else aside from that, you could eat. You could even eat an earthworm right now. You could eat a pile of dung. You could eat whatever you want. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to HEAL something or CURE something, you have to go the fruitful way. In order to live a fruitful life, you must go the fruitful way. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Look through all the medical records, look through all the chemistry books, the biochemistry books, the ways of life, from the esoteric nature of things, from the first, bodies of this universe. It is through the fruitful way, period, point blank. Now, when it comes to starch,
thank you, Belinda.
They harbor parasites.
So starches contain parasites.
Parasites. And I'm going to explain to you why.
Okay.
When you look at a potato or a high starchy food, where do they normally grow from?
The ground, right?
The ground. The ground. So if you think, and I'm going to follow you, I'm going to follow you through with this. Do you think you were made to dig holes and get things from the ground to put it in your mouth and eat?
That don't sound like something I'm going to do.
Second thing, what is in the ground that's below your feet that you step on and piss on and poop on?
Trash. Bunch of junk. They put in the soil.
Bacteriums and parasites.
So what would you recommend?
So, what I'm trying to say is, and what I'm trying to get to is that you could eat these foods, but they're parasitic types of harboring foods. They harbor parasites. Period, point blank. Starch is seen, and you know what starch is seen in?
What?
Algae, more than anything else.
And
it's not because of the algae itself, but the water around the algae, the biofilm. Do you think we were made to slurp up biofilm?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, there's some ladies who are, but no, I'm just playing. Somebody asked, what are potassium-rich foods you would recommend?
Potassium-rich foods? I would suggest why this person is trying to get potassium, first of all. That's the first question I want to ask that person. And any type of constituent that the body's going to need is going to come from your fruit. So just eat your fruit. Bananas have potassium. Figs have potassium. You know, avocados have potassium.
Dates.
Dates have potassium. That's where you could get your potassium.
Yep. There's always an alternative to finding stuff you need in your body. This is why it's so important to take control of your health. Your health is your vitality. Think about a video game. Your health bar is the most important bar of the game. Just like this game. Your health bar is the most important part of this game. The more food
a lot
you
of
put
people
in.
ask about potassium. I know why this individual asked about potassium.
Why?
Usually people ask me about the potassium because they were told that their potassium is low because their kidneys are starting to dysfunction or not perform as well as they should be.
Huh.
So they get scared and they go online and try to find, oh, how can I get potassium? How can I get potassium? And it leads you exactly to where what you need to consume, which is fruit.
Yep.
It's everything else that clogged your kidneys from being able to do what they're supposed to do. Because your kidneys filtrate your blood. Urine is actually...
Oh, my bad. She said I was told I have low levels of B12.
B12 is produced within the gut. B12 is, you know, B12 is supposed to be, how can I say this? It's always supposed to be upped.
Okay.
And the way that B12 gets upped is by eating the right foods, because B12 is considered to be a prebiotic. If you don't have the proper prebiotic, which we just talked about, inside of your gut, you won't be able to respectably make proper B vitamins.
From your own body.
Including B12.
Yep. And 80% of people lack magnesium too.
Yes, because unfortunately, the lands have been compromised, you know. The plowing over and over again, you know, has been compromised. But let me just tell you that if you're lacking magnesium, you don't get it from the soil.
She's telling you something. How do you get magnesium? What do you recommend?
Going to the soil by the sea.
She putting you on some
Going
game.
to the soil by the rivers, the banks. It penetrates through your skin. The problem is that we've came to the point where we're not living next to water anymore. We're disconnected from water, from bodies of water.
Facts.
They make you believe that you're deficient in magnesium, and then they give you a pill, which is not even the right way that your body absorbs magnesium.
Nope.
The way that your body absorbs magnesium is through water, through soaking and going into water, preferably warm waters.
Salt water?
Particularly ocean water, yes. Because ocean water is just not salt.
Nope.
There's minerals in there.
Yep. Isn't your skin a big organ?
And yes, the skin is a major organ. It is the biggest organ in the human body.
Man. So that's why we were always near bodies of water and would swim with the communities to get some more minerals and stuff in our bodies naturally.
Yes, if you have a magnesium deficiency, just go and get some magnesium salts, some magnesium flakes, and put them in your water. When you take a bath, bathe in that. and you'll see your magnesium go back up. Not by taking a pill. You could take the pill, but the pill is made with other things. You want to get the organic, you want to get the original,
What's up,
the
Albert?
simple.
Yeah. You try to stay away from pills that aren't organic, correct? Or close
Correct,
to.
because a lot of this pharmaceutical over-the-counter herbs, I showed you how they manipulate that.
Facts.
They manipulate those herbs. So I suggest, and I'm not saying that you have to come through me. You don't have to. Herbs are free. God made herbs. You could literally go in your backyard and get herbs.
Thanks.
But make sure you get close to an herbalist in your perimeter.
Facts.
Because going to the over-the-counter stores, they don't have your best interests in mind. What they have their best interest in is this.
Pharmacy money. That's why they're doing so much to ban homeopathy. That's what they're trying to do. Ban CMOS. Ban all these things that could help us.
It's unfortunate, but I told you earlier that I went to one of my shops because I was running low on particular herbs that I source. Mm-hmm. And they said that I'm all limited now.
Wow. Limited purchase for CMOS.
I'm limited, and all herbalists right now are limited in being able to purchase CMOS.
Wow. That bill is called Bill 4090. If you can vote against it, but you know how they do. Bill 4090 is the bill to try to ban homeopathy.
And it's so unfortunate because, as we know, this moss is amazing.
For your body. Amazing. And they don't want you to be able to heal yourself with your own bodies at all. They want you to stay on these pills.
Sea moss carries the 4 elements, and you make the 5th.
Really?
Yes. Sea moss.
Oh, go ahead.
Carries the 4 elements as we know it. And then the person consuming it or the animal consuming it carries the 5th. Water, earth, air, and fire.
Explain. Could you explain for us? Somebody asked. What do you mean?
Yes, I will explain. Where is sea moss growing?
In the ocean.
Water. On what does it grow on?
The earth?
The rocks?
Yeah, the rocks.
There's earth.
Huh.
The mineral. Earth.
So where's the fire?
The sun. Because it's on the bank.
Because it's on the bank.
On the shore where it's growing. It's getting still the light from the sun.
And the wind is the ocean current.
When you take it out and you consume it. Earth, air, water, fire. Sea moss carries all of that essence. And when you consume it, it carries the 5th, which is ether or magic, in other words.
You heard that magic word, right? Ether. Ether, etheric energy, like I told the Ethernet.
And this is what your body uses and calls magic for when it replenishes the body. That's why they're trying to get rid of it.
Currency. Current me.
It's literally a magic phenomenon.
Plasma.
Herbs are magic. They're a phenomenon.
Facts. Facts.
They are a phenomenon. And me being me studying and observing herbs and how they work with people and their illnesses, unless you're in my hot seat, you won't be as grateful as I am, or as others are that work with these herbs.
Mm-hmm. Is that one of the reasons why they called witches back in the day? Because they were using those types of holistic treatments to heal people?
I'm sure that's one of the reasons,
Huh.
And, there's certain herbs that take away the police.
Really? Which herb?
Listen to me when I'm telling you. Listen to me when I'm telling you. It is miraculous, and it is a phenomenon, and it walks into pseudoscience, and it walks into the esoteric realm. But there are some herbs that also take away the police.
Yep. Oh, DRSEBIACADEMY is in here.
DRSEBIACADEMY. Hello. I hope you're doing well.
He's awesome. Would you like to come in too? I could bring him in if you like. If you want to, let me know, Dr. Sebi. I'll send you an invite, or you can just click yes if you'd like to join.
This man was talking about how he made an experiment on his own. He got certain herbs that are inorganic, that are man-made, and broke them down and distinguished that there are some herbs that have too much starch in them.
Really?
So basically, they're second-tier type of herbs, hybrid herbs. And they're all a distraction to get the real herbs, the alkaline herbs, such as like ginger.
Thanks.
Ginger
how's it
is
going?
a distraction herb.
It's pretty good. Thank you for coming on DRSEBIACADEMY. We have Quiet Crew, and we have the wonderful DRSEBIACADEMY right here. Y'all go give him a follow. He'll give you a lot of good information on all kinds of. He does actual tests on a lot of information that's out here. Actual proven results. Go follow him.
Thank you, my brother. And like, I've been watching you and Quiet Crew for the last several days, and I just wanted to say hi. I changed my name because usually I come into the room, and but nobody recognizes my name, so I had to change my name back to DRSEBIACADEMY so that people know who I am. So you're frozen for me though, brother. I'm gonna hop back out and come back in.
Okay. They like to do that when you bring knowledgeable people on. They did that to her too, because she know her stuff.
And I would want him to get more in depth about the experiment he made, but he particularly talked about ginger.
Yeah. Here he is. We got him right back in. Told you this live was gonna be lit. Y'all thought I was playing. What's they doing? They doing what they did to you. I see his window,
because
but
you can't say that name. You cannot say the name.
Oh, Sir Academy man. I noticed. Hold on. Let me send you an invite. I noticed he's not even appearing. Huh? Hold on, real quick. Let me re-invite you, Sabi. Let me re-invite you real quick.
Be careful. Be careful with saying that word.
Dr. Academy. Oh, okay, I'm gonna say Dr. Academy. There we go.
Yeah, because that name had been shadowed.
Okay, if you can come back in, Dr. Academy, if you can. I appreciate you. You may need to, yeah. Sometimes you have to. It'll force close you, so you have to exit and then come back in. Let me see. I'm gonna try to send him. I had took him out just for a second. I want him to come back. Where is he? Dr. Academy, if you can come through. I had exited him out because I knew he had to come back in. Golly.
He
They
knows. He
yeah,
knows.
you know, they baloney there. I see him right here. Invite. Wow. I sent him an invite. Yeah, I told you this live was gonna be fire. You thought I was playing. All this for entertainment and educational purposes. If y'all want to show support, the money sign VOILAME for Cash App and TeamVoila for Venmo. We trying to get your health up. We trying to get you on some good vibes and good energy. We trying to get you
You
up,
know.
but they playing. They out here playing too much. Every time he tries to come in, it says connecting. Hold on. Here we go. Accept. There we go. That might work better. That's weird. Every time I try to invite him in, red alert.
Yeah, the reason why is because you use that name. I'm telling you, it happened to me in the past, and I learned my lesson.
Oh, they baloneying.
They suppress that name bad everywhere.
They baloney the man. Hold on, let me see if I can do panel. Let me see. Maybe that'll. Hold on. Hold on, Quiet Crew. Hold on. Hold on, real quick. He's here. Hold on. Let me switch. Accept, and I'm gonna switch the grid. There we go.
Fabian.
There we go. We finally got you. Sorry about that. Let me.
That's cool. Yeah.
Let me
Sabian Academy. Call me Sabian.
Sabian, I got you.
Yeah.
Here we go. Switch. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But I just wanted to shout out to all of you beautiful people, and just the conversation. Of course, I respect and admire Quiet Crew and you, my brother, as well. I've been watching you for some time, so I didn't know if just by changing my name that I would be recognized. So is all good.
We love you, man. We appreciate all you do and all the information you provide to help, because we definitely need some people to come in. And
I
wanted
Sabian to talk about the little experiment he went ahead and did about ginger and how it was filled with starch.
Yeah, what people can do to be able to find the starch, because you have to ask yourself, like, how does the medical industry find starch within food? Like, how can they measure it? Well, they have to take it through a process. And what I was doing, it was just, I put some ginger. I had organic ginger and I had a regular ginger. I put put the regular ginger into like a Vitamix. My dad bought me, because I was selling CMOS. My dad bought me this Vitamix machine, right? Like it was like a Ninja, but it's, similar, right? Ultra processing. And essentially, I left the two bowls on each side and just let the ginger just sit. And on the bowl with the inorganic ginger, there was starch at the very bottom. And it's the same starch that you can find, like if you're rinsing, if you've ever tried rinsing flour, when you rinse flour, whatever's left over, like the residue that's left over from rinsing flour, because, essentially when you're rinsing flour, you get gluten, or they call it Satan, because it is Satan. Or Satan. That's what they call it, Shaitan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that when they separate the gluten, is starch is left over, right? And that could be added starch. You never know, right? Because starch is a binder, and you don't know what processing that they use, right? The other thing about starch is that a lot of farmers will increase the CO2 in these growing environments to make any vegetable bigger, right? Because you don't really need, when it comes to starch, it's like to create a vegetable, you don't need a lot of minerals to create vegetables. All you need is, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, uh, uh, sulfur, hydrogen. Did I say hydrogen or whatever? So it's just like the major elements that make up all of life, that make up vitamins, that make up proteins, that make up all these things. Essentially, you're taking CO2 out of the air, and you're creating these environments, creating more CO2, so that these vegetables are bigger, right? But if you were to blend your own fruits and vegetables, or blend carrots, and just let it sit, just give it some time, let the water separate from the starch, you will find the starch at the very bottom of the dish. And when you take your finger and and play with it, play with the white stuff that's at the very bottom, it's very, not sticky, but it's like magnetic. It's almost like it sticks together, and it's no different than rinsing. It's no different than rinsing your flour, because the starch acts and behaves in the same way, right? So yeah, a lot of the foods that we eat, you'll notice that with organic food, it's not as big.
Yep.
Right?
Always small.
Right. So there's more water, there's more starch, that's what, allows it to be bigger. And they do measure it, right? You can tell. I haven't done this experiment with other things, but I just did it with ginger, and I noticed, like, we shouldn't be messing around with inorganic ginger. I'd be more likely to, mess around with some organic ginger than I would inorganic ginger. But that's what Dr. Sebi is telling you. The reality is that it's not saying that, ginger is unhealthy for you, right? Because I don't want to say that. But it's just saying that something's being added or something's being taken away. Like in this particular situation, there's something additional there that my body doesn't need.
Oh,
right?
So it's like a filler or a binder.
It's like a binder.
This is what's called a polysaccharide. Starch is derived from polysaccharides. Our bodies are best able to metabolize, like we just mentioned before. They're made to metabolize the furanol, not the pyranol. Starch comes from the pyranol, which is glucose. And that's a very deep level of a chemistry understanding, but that's exactly what he's trying to break down. All in all, when he did that experiment, he noticed that there was a binder on top of what is produced from the plant, which makes it bad for the body, because again, the body does not metabolize the anatomic structure. The anatomic structure of the body does not metabolize or digest these glucose molecules that are heavy, aka starch, these polysaccharides.
And I want to be careful by using the word binder, for the sake that it's not like, scientists are taking ginger and adding starch to it, right? Like, the reality is that when a plant is put in certain conditions, with more CO2 exposure, the plant is going to take up more of that CO2 to make itself bigger, right?
They call those glycosides. That's what the chemistry name is. It's called glycosides. It's literally the sides or the byproducts, the sides of glucose. That's what's called glycosides. So they manipulate the glycosides, or aka what could also be polymers in a way, because everything's attached through bonds. So the proper term is actually glycosides.
And then, the other thing too is that when it comes to starch, and one thing that I did in my early research was, being able to link up amyloidosis with starch, right? And amyloidosis and amyloids, if you were to separate the words, mean starch, right? It's it's an accumulation. it's accumulation
Yes.
of starch, like it's a glucoprotein, right?
It's a different polymer that attaches the glucose to the other fundamentals or the components of starch. Yes,
Right.
yes, we're following.
So when it comes to your body, so what happens is that you're processing all of this stuff, like from corn, and you're eating these genetic modified foods that are like, they're not even meant to break down. Like, I mean, they're not meant to break down in the winter colds like wheat.
Cellulose.
They need to, you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you're
Cellulose
eating,
in plants.
right. So when you're eating these starches, my theory is that it gets into the bloodstream, it goes to the liver, and your liver doesn't know how to process this stuff. So it creates a different type of glycoprotein, which is the amyloid. And then these amyloids get ingested they get, these amyloids get assimilated in different parts of the body, right? Because when you actually think about, because people talk about mucoid plaque. We've all heard of mucoid plaque, but let's get real with the research. If you do the research on mucoid plaque, you're not going to find mucoid plaque in the rectum. And a lot of people will say it comes from the rectum, right? Because they're like, well, you're taking these, because they'll say, first off, they'll be like, yeah, you're taking these herbs and that's what's causing that to happen. Or they'll say, oh no, there is no mucoid plaque. And that's the misinformation in this community, is that mucoid plaque doesn't exist inside the rectum. Yeah, there are people that have backups in the rectum, in the deposits. But, people that work on the colon, they see that stuff and they can get rid of that stuff. Where the amyloid is coming, what I think is coming out of the rectum, that long stringy, that plaque that's coming out, what I believe is that is the amyloids. They say that amyloidosis is incurable, that the scientists can't figure it out. But people that are on the Dr. Sebi diet, that are following the Professor Arnold Ehret, who are following those ideologies, they're eating a lot of fruits and they're hydrating their bodies. A lot of those materials are going back out and your body's flushing it out. And because it's like a glycoprotein, it sticks everything together. And that's why it's all clumped together, right? It's like a plaque. It's like, and when you mix that stuff with calcium, you harden these things. It hardens. And why would calcium be present? Well, calcium is present when calcium is present anytime you're eating acidic foods, right? Yes. When you're sick, for example, right? What happens? Your bones start to ache, your wrists start to ache, all those things start to ache. The reason why they ache is because your white blood cells are getting ready to fight, right? So when you see mucus and you see when you see mucus and when you see the mucus is green and yellow and whatnot, that is the dead white blood cells after they fought the infection inside the body. The dead white blood cells show up in the mucus. So when you're coughing that stuff out, that's all coming. Those white blood cells are coming from your bones. So that's why when you're sick, and if you pass the part where you can prevent the sickness, that's why you should be taking CMOS. That's why you should be taking bladder whack and stuff like that to replenish the bones, because CMOS has more calcium. So
hey, hold on. I just got a notification from TikTok that says notification termination will ensue if user does not end live video within 1 minute. I literally see it right here.
I see. Oh my God! Snapchat that.
I got it. Yep. I told y'all this wasn't no game. Termination will ensue, y'all. Look, I gotta cut the live off right now.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. I appreciate y'all coming through. If y'all want to donate, money sign, follow me. I gotta turn it off. Sorry.
Well,